be J.J. Fonda, Vito Camaro, and you also see Anthony DeLomo in there. The tight end will be Maddox Purance. We talked about him last week, a 6'5", 215-pound freshman, and we'll see how he develops and gets involved in this offense as we go along. And the running back, it'll be Chase Jones and Pano Zipolitis, a little bit different styles of running there, Coach. Chase, a little bit faster, Pano, the bruiser, and they will be led on the field by the sophomore now. Number 1, it'll be David Zipolita. Last week, 4 touchdowns on the ground, 1 through the air. It was the David Zipolita show last week.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, he's got the speed and can do it.
Just a few minutes here before kickoff as we are on the visitor side. Sun coming in here. Feels nice today, but a cool night here, right around 68 degrees right now. We'll take a look at the teams as they come on the field. East High, and they're all white uniforms with their navy blue numbers and the traditional gold yellow helmets with East on the side of them. And this will be the last year that we most likely will see that. For the Poland Bulldogs, they're going to be in their home blue jerseys, white numerals, blue pants, blue helmets with the traditional P symbol on the side. As we are going to join our PA announcer, Thomas John, for a tribute to John Alsop, former president of the Poland All Sports Boosters.
Thank you. Seminary High School Marching Band and the Alumni Band for the playing of our national anthem.
Our nation's national anthem performed by the Poland Seminary Bulldog Marching Band, and a little bit of pyro to go with it as we get ready for kickoff. And what just happened with our PA announcers, they acknowledged John Alsop. He was the president of the Poland All Sports Boosters here and our statistician last year. Not only that, but John Alsop was also a public servant. He was absolutely one of the best people you ever meet, a great civil servant. And unfortunately, we lost him here recently, and we are going to miss him. So for John Alsop, thank you for everything. And to his wife and his boys there, we are sorry for your loss. And I'll tell you right now, you couldn't find a better guy, and you couldn't find anybody that loved Poland sports more than John Alsop.
Yeah, that's a good tribute, Jim. God bless you on that one.
So officials at midfield, Coach, there was a coin toss. Did we catch the results of that?
We did. East said that they want to receive the kick. So they will be going, I believe, there was a little confusion there. I'm thinking they're going left to right, but when they come out and line up, we'll get you that a little bit better. They had them change it around a couple of times.
All right, so we know we're going to be kicking right to left here. If you're joining us here on the iMedia One Network app, we thank you. Or if you're listening on Live 365, or should you be listening to us on Facebook now? A little technical glitch earlier, but the one and only Dave Ferris was able to figure out whatever glitch was in there. Outstanding job as East will make their way out to the south end of the field.
And I just want to thank you because 10 years ago at this time, we were kicking off. This is our 10th anniversary of the Scourge football team. We won the Ohio Football League Championship, Carnation Division, at Girard Stadium, and Jim was our center and linebacker, and I just happened to be a part of it. Just you call me just the I don't know about head coach, but we all took our things. But I was the offensive coordinator, and we had some amazing people.
And let's be honest, tonight, running back Ed McElroy on the sideline coaching East.
Yes.
Also got to talk to Gary Thornton from East, and wow, time flies as kind of an oddball.
Well,
we almost kicked this one off here.
That was kind of I think that was a little bit of a confusion there.
Aiden Baranches approached it, and I think we got a whistle from there. And this time it's going to be a kick towards the sideline by Baranches and picked up at the 24-yard line. Brought out by East to the near side. Ball on the turf. It's loose. And it's under the pile. Looks like Poland's going to recover it. And the Bulldogs will get the ball first. They will mark this at the 27-yard line. So a turnover on the kickoff gives Poland an extra possession, and that's one thing East could not afford here.
Oh, no, they got to take that ball. Once you get that ball, I've always told my ball carriers, you got that tip under your chin, and you have them threads on the chest plate. That way they can't punch it, and as you're running down the field, you got to cross with the other arm, and man, that thing come flying out. There's about 4 or 5 guys that could have got that.
So the Poland offense, not expecting to be out here early, will set it up with David Zipolitis at quarterback. He will have his brother in the shotgun to the right, Pano. It'll be twin receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. That'll be Fonda. Zipolita waiting for the ball. He'll hand this one off upfield. Zipolita's going to drive his feet down to the 20-yard line. And it'll be second down now for Poland, as I think we're going to see a lot of this combination tonight. David handing off to his brother Pano, the powerhouse running back for Poland.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that was a great run. Bayback he kind of got in the way. Otherwise, I think that might have been a touchdown.
Zipolitis now, one running back to each side. That'll be Jones and Pano. Hand off to Chase Jones, finding some room up front. He'll fight his way down to the 15-yard line. That'll be enough for a Poland first down, and they're in the red zone. And Poland moving right downfield, taking advantage of the East turnover.
Well, I'll tell you what, Poland's doing a great job picking up any blitzers because they're sending the house every time. And these guys are flying off the ball trying to get into gaps and stop them. But Poland's offensive line is doing a great job sealing them off.
Twin receivers to the far side this time. That'll be Fonda and Kamara. That'll be Kamara on the outside. As Zipolitis waits for the snap. Single receiver to the near side. That will be J.J. Fonda. Hand off to Pano. Zipolita into the 5, past the 5, down to the 4. And it should be first and goal for Poland as they drive right downfield. 10:42 left here, first quarter. And Poland working from between the tackles, Coach.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, they are moving people out of the way. And Zipolita, he's doing a great job. I mean, he's just accelerating quick, and he's running past people.
So T formation this time. David Zipolita will go under center. First and goal. He'll give this to Chase Jones. Jones trying the right side. Fights forward. And he's going to make his way down just about to the 1-yard line. Second and goal now for the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, that was a good run. They did a good job up front, but I'll tell you what, he strung that out and gave him nothing, went to make a cut, and was brought right down. So they marked it about, I'm going to say about maybe 1.5, almost 2-yard line, Jim.
All right, so second and goal now for Poland. Back to that T formation. David Zipolitis under center. He'll be in tight. Be on the right hash mark. Zipolitis trying to find forward, trying to take it in himself, and he's going to be short. Looks like he'll get down maybe just inside the 1-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and inches for the Bulldogs as they try to capitalize on the East turnover.
Yeah, he was trying to pick a hole over there, but I'll tell you what, East had every hole plugged, so he just needed a little tush push on that one. He might have been able to get it.
3rd goal.
So I would imagine 2-down territory. I don't think they would waste this.
3rd and goal. Zipolitis under center. Back to that T formation. 3 running backs in the backfield. And off to the left side. He'll fight forward into the end zone. Touchdown. Angelo Angelilli with the 1-yard touchdown. Gives Poland a 6-0 lead with 9:04 left here in the first quarter, Coach. And everything going Poland's way. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they sealed off everything to the inside, and he just picked his hole a little bit wide off tackle. So absolutely great, and glad to see the Garage Mahal is out there with his pyro, and every time they score, you're going to hear a big boom over there. Good bunch of people over there.
Absolutely celebrating as the kick is up and good for the extra point. And it's going to be Salvi Karamusa with the kick. That gives Poland the 7-0 lead with 9:04 left here in the first quarter. Again, a quick start after the turnover on the kick return. Coach, while we have an opportunity, I want to let you know the Coach's Corner earlier was brought to you by the Cleveland Cobras. Cobras are in pursuit of a PAFL championship. If you're looking to continue your football career, contact owner Jesse Caldwell, 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. And that kickoff and field goal was brought to you by the Village Tavern. For over nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern has been one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. The Village Tavern is located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard and online at villagetavern3.com. We want to thank all of our great sponsors.
Absolutely, we thank them.
If you're hungry, we can feed you.
We could not
take you to a football
you,
game. I mean, we can do anything.
We could even help cook your food.
Absolutely, we're the one-stop shop for everything.
Yeah,
so
got that right.
Yeah, we want to thank all of our sponsors here. Of course, during the night, you will hear the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Discount Power Sports is your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard and call 330-717-4441. Speaking of Hubbard, alumni Mark Means, Dave Ferris, also in the band.
There we go.
As I know a young guy there is Aiden Branch is going to keep this one on the ground. It's going to go off east, but it's going to be picked up and recovered at the 46-yard line. So Poland kind of being unconventional on these kickoffs. Aiden Branch is kicking that right into the chest of an East player, but they recover it. East will have great field position at their own 46.
Well, I hate to say it, though, Jim. Last week they didn't do a very good job containing their kickoff cover. So apparently they see something with East, and they know they got a lot of speed back there, so they're not trying them. So they're just pooching it out, giving them great field position. Ball on about the 47-yard line.
So coach is playing the chess match here as they try to keep the high-powered East offense at bay. And for East, it'll be Jaden Irving at quarterback. They're immediately going to go to three receivers. To our near side, East moving from left to right. Irving waiting for the snap. Plants his feet, quick pass out to the 45-yard line. Past midfield, he'll slip a tackle past Zipolitis and drag his way down to the Poland 41-yard line. And that's a great pitch and catch. Mika West on the catch and run for East.
Yeah, that's first down right off the bat. So they did a great job on that first play. They saw something with Poland last week. They didn't do a very good job on that quick throw. They have got when they got that three men like that, somebody has got to come up and play a little tighter.
Keelan Warren, and Tyrus Davis will be the receivers on the far side. Big games for them last week. And off this time, testing between the tackles, and he'll be hit right at the 40-yard line. Antoine Williams on the carry. Antoine Williams scoring on offense and defense last week.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a great job by the defense. Poland got it done. And that was Schaefer on that one. He was able to hit him right at the line of scrimmage. He still got 2 yards on it, but that was a good job. They tried to push, and the rest of the Poland team was over and kept them off.
It's like just about 2nd and 9 for the East High Golden Bears. Call it maybe 2nd and 8 here. They'll mark the ball at the 39-yard line. Sun coming in, so a little trouble. But we're not going to complain now because in a couple of weeks here, we're not going to have as much sun as Antoine Williams now will be to the left of Irving. He'll send a man in motion. He'll call his own number past the 40, 35, and that's about as far as he will make it. Trying to drift everybody to the left side. And Irving himself taking the ball off the right side. That'll bring up 3rd down now for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Poland was ready for that. He got some yardage on it, but Angelilli was there to stop him up a little bit, and then his buddies over cleaned house. So They got third. Looks maybe like a long 3 on this.
I'll call it 3rd and 3 from the 34-yard line. 7:05 left here, first quarter. Poland with a 7-0 lead. They'll go twin receivers to each side. It'll be Humphrey and West to the near side. And we're going to have a flag on the play. And it's going to be a false start coming up against East. So instead of 3rd and 3, it'll be 3rd and 8 now with 6:55 left here, first quarter.
Yeah, Poland's going to jump around like that. They shifted, and then that drew the offensive lineman to jump. So, East has got to sit down and settle. They can't worry about the shift, and they know what they got to do. So they got to settle down, but Poland's ready for them. Let's see what happens.
So twin receivers again to each side. Irving will remain in the shotgun. Low snap. Irving, though, he'll recover. Back to pass. Fires over the middle. Not a great pass. That's going to be picked off at the 5-yard line by Poland. Chase Jones past the 20. Works to the outside. And the ball's going to come loose. East is going to recover it. And they're going to head towards the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow.
Marcus Merchant, That's going to be Tyrus Davis on one of the craziest plays you ever see. Chase Jones cutting back to the middle. Takes the hit. The ball comes loose. And Tyrus Davis runs it into the end zone for about a 30-yard run.
That thing popped up in the air, and he was running after him. And he looked up, and that ball dropped right in his basket. And there was, of course, nobody around him but East players, and they were able to run that into the end zone.
So I guess we'll call that a fumble recovery.
Yep, that's what that was.
For Tyrus Davis, and I think that one that may show up on ESPN tonight.
Yeah. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
East will go for 2. And it looks like East is going to take a timeout. So after that play, I think we need a timeout as well.
There we go.
You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure. We
now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here is East now lining up for the 2-point conversion. Had to take a timeout. 6:28 left here, first quarter. 7-6 is your score. East trying to take the lead with the 2-point play on what's going to go down as a fumble recovery, as Irving will now have, Irving will have Warren in the backfield. And we're going to get a whistle. It's going to be another false start against East. That will push him back 5. All right.
I like that. We have an official's mic, so we know what's going on. A lot of times we don't have that. A lot of times we don't get signals.
Yep,
so this makes it easy.
That is a privilege for us. So one of the great things tonight, and we may be in for a crazy game tonight, as East now will go back to the huddle. They will try this again with 6:28 left here, first quarter. And you gotta, if you're East, if you're the coaching staff, you gotta be happy with the effort. They didn't give up on the play.
Absolutely, they were all over the place. So hey, guess what? You got to hold on to that ball again. I talk about high and tight. That's not what happened. They punched it out.
Irving in the shotgun, and one running back to his left. Single receiver to each side. Low snap again. Irving under pressure, trying to get to the outside. Fires across the middle, and he's going to miss his intended target. That was Mika West. Threw it just behind him, so Poland will remain in the lead by a score of 7-6. But one of the funner plays you'll see around in football here. But again, if you're in all seriousness, if you're the coaching staff, you have an incident like that, you get back to the ball, and good things happen. And certainly for East it did.
Well, the reason why that didn't work for him, the snap was low, but then Pano was right there, and he saw that train coming. He tried to, if the receiver would have cut back, he was open. But unfortunately, the quarterback was running for his life, And I don't blame him when 43 is coming at you.
All right, so East will kick this one up. Poland will get the ball. Again, this will go down as a fumble recovery after an interception. If you're keeping stats here, keep up, folks, because it may be a little hard to keep track here. But again, you can see East able to move the ball.
Oh, yeah, they did a good job.
As Poland now will have their shot at their second possession of the game. 6:28 left here, first quarter. Poland with the 7-6 lead. Or stick around. We will bring you the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update tonight as we work our way through week 2 of the Ohio high school football season, Coach. And you couldn't ask for a better night here in the Valley when it comes to football.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful night. The sun goes down, though. It's going to get a little chilly.
Aaron Warren to kick this one off for East.
Okay, we have a little issue here.
I think the official was waiting for the ball.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Head coach Mark Green had some questions, kind of shaking his head. Not sure what he was not happy about, but
could have been the football. I see that they're checking it.
Well,
so it's,
I know in pregame, a lot of times the officials will come in with the pump, with the needle, make sure that your pressure is right. I believe there was a gentleman in the NFL that tried that once.
Yeah, got away with it.
And became with the Deflategate, I think it was called.
Yeah.
So this kick is going to
that
be
was
end
awesome.
over end and short. It'll land at the 30 and be picked up by Chase Jones. Jones back to the inside. He'll be almost upended at the 25. He'll drive forward down to the 27. And that's where Poland will take over first and 10 with 6:21 left here in the first quarter. Poland with a 7-6 lead.
I don't know how they missed that, Jim, but the kick, I looked up and there was somebody at least a yard or two ahead of the kick, but they didn't call it, so I'm a little confused on that.
All right. So Poland first and 10 at their own 28. Sun off to our right a little bit, so it's to the back of the Poland Bulldogs. However, it may be in the face of the receivers that they decide to throw the ball. And to the near side, it'll be Anthony Delomo and Vito Camaro, the twin receiver, single receiver to the far side. David Zippolitis in the shotgun, one running back to his right, wing right. For Poland moving right to left. They'll send Vito Camaro in motion. I'll hand it to him. Camaro looking to throw. Nobody open. The ball's going to come loose. And it's going to be covered up near the 15-yard line. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass, Coach. A fortunate thing for Poland. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
I don't know about that one. I'll tell you what. Poland got a gift on that one because it looked like his arm wasn't quite going forward. It just come out of his hand. So, but hey, that's why they're down there and we're up here. And
in recent years, it's becoming such a controversy with the tuck rule.
Yes,
as they can call it in the NFL. Of course, that go back to Tom Brady. So they always say you set a lot of policy. You should have your name on it.
Yeah, well, he should be.
2nd and 10 at the 28. 6:13 left here, first quarter. Zippolita shotgun, one running back to each side, single receiver to each side. Back to pass, Natoli with the ball, and he'll be brought down at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 17 now for the Bulldogs.
Well, here's the problem, Jim, that I see. They're bringing everybody. So what they need to do is get behind them linebackers and just dump the ball because they're coming with everything. So out of the gun, it's got to be something quick.
Well, we've seen a couple screens last week from Poland. See if they will open that up here with 5:40 left here first quarter. Twin receivers to the near side. That'll be Deloma and Natoli. Zippolita in his shotgun. One running back to his right. Twin receivers to the far side. Zippolita with the clap. Back to pass. Fires over the middle and almost intercepted. Was looking for Natoli, but the closest one to it was going to be Keelan Warren. And it's going to be 4th down for Poland, and they're going to have to punt this one away with 5:28 left in the first quarter.
And they had Natoli in front of them linebackers. He cleared him. If he hits him on the dead run, he could have been off to the races, but he threw it to the wrong color.
Yeah, a lot of pressure coming in from that East High Golden Bear defense. East High will have a returner at their own 48-yard line. Kamara will punt from near his own 10. Low snap, he'll pick it up, no problem. It's going to be a low end-over-end snap, fielded at the Poland 49-yard line.
Clip.
And it's going to be brought into Poland territory and twisted up and brought down near the 40-yard line.
Wow.
Antoine Williams on the return for East High, and they will have a first down in Poland territory.
I'll tell you what, there was a block in the back right in front of the official. He reached for the flag and never threw it. I mean, it was a clear block in the back.
So 40-yard line on plus side of the field for the East High Golden Bears. 5:14 left here first quarter. Olin with a 7-6 lead. Only difference in the game is East did not convert on a 2-point conversion. Is now Irving. We'll set up in the backfield for last one, Casey Jones. Also up Christopher Robbins back there as a fullback. Low snap. He'll hand it off to the right or to the left side. Breaking to the outside, past the 35. Flag will come in, and it'll be rode out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Great run by Jones, but a flag on the play and a preliminary indication that's going to be a hold against East.
Yeah, the DN got held real bad. He tried to turn and run with them. He wouldn't have got the yardage he did, but he looked like he was getting danced. So they're going to call that every time. That was easy.
I will set East back with 5:06 left here in the first quarter. 1st and 20. It'll be the down and distance for the Golden Bears. Casey Jones doing a good job bouncing to the outside. Being rode down outside the Poland sideline. So ball now marked at the midfield stripe.
Poland's got to get to this quarterback. They got to stay in their lanes and get these guys jammed back.
Tyrus Davis, the receiver to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Davis in motion. They'll give it to him. Flag on the play. And Davis going to fight his way forward to the Poland 41-yard line. But
I got to believe it's got to be holding again.
Yep, as a wise man said once, hold the phones. And it came right at the snap, Coach.
Yeah, what he did was I think when the motion guy turned up a little bit too quick. And I think that's what it was.
An illegal procedure.
Oh. Excuse me, they called it on the alignment. I'm sorry.
Okay. And that would explain why it did come right at the snap. So the illegal formation for Poland with 4:54 left here, first quarter. They will now be back at their own 45-yard line. This one started in plus territory for East. But the penalties come back to get him here. Here, Humphrey will be the receiver to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Irving in the shotgun. He'll have a fullback offset to his left. Tailback, low snap again. This time handoff in the backfield and contact in the backfield. And he's going to be tripped up by Chase Jones at the 43-yard line. He'll lose two on the play. And almost a flag there, but I think that maybe because he went back and got the ball, Antoine Williams on the carry. And he's going to come to the sideline as he will be replaced by Casey Jones.
Well, that and the coach, he needed to. He jumped him right away. He's got to use his head a little bit. That could have cost him another 15 yards. So now you got second and
we'll call it 3rd and 28 now.
Is that what it is? Okay.
So they will have to get to the Poland 30-yard line for a first down. 3 receivers now to the left of Jaden Irving. One running back to his right. Poland's going to shift, and it's going to be another false start. As Poland, the front four were shifting from left to right, and that drew East off, and it will cost them another 5 yards. They are now back at the 37-yard line. Again, this one, just to put it in perspective, started well in the Poland territory.
Yeah, that's, again, I've talked about it forever. You can't make these kind of mistakes in these kind of games. It's just, you have got to be disciplined. Don't worry about what that defense is doing. You know your assignment.
They'll go 3 receivers to the left. Irving this time. Single receiver to the near side. Shotgun formation. Low snap again. Irving back to pass. Looking for somebody down under pressure. Going to take it himself and head out towards the sideline. He'll head out around the 38-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 1 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down now. We had a little confusion between the down marker and the scoreboard. But now it will be 3rd down for East. And again, they will have to get to the Poland 30-yard line for a first down.
I'll tell you what. They're running for their lives now. Poland's doing a good job containing also. They're not letting them get outside. So, and that's the key to this quarterback. He gets outside. He can smoke you. So they've really got to come after and seal him up.
Irving in the shotgun. Williams to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Back to pass. Plenty of time. Fires out to the near side. Caught at the 48-yard line in the Poland territory. and brought down at the 45-yard line. Catch and run by Tyrus Davis.
Yeah, and Zippolito was there, Bono, so he was there on the tackle. Did a great job.
We have a player down for East. And we'll go out and check with him, but we have an opportunity to take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Fitch with a 13-3 lead over Massillon Jackson.
Ooh,
Mark
that's
Means
big.
and Dave Clark with the call over there. Of course, back in the Guest for Propane studio, Dave Ferris, Matt Craven.
Oh, Matt's there? Okay.
The usual suspects.
Okay, I didn't know if Matt was going to be there. That's all
right. So that young man will bounce right back up. Mark Butler with, I would say, from where his hands are,
it's not a good
maybe,
thing.
Well, let's just say it was in the nether regions.
Family might be
all right.
A little delayed.
So they will mark the ball at the 46. 4th and 16 now. See if East is willing to take a shot at this. Peyton Irving is also the punter
for
the East High Golden Bears.
I would be very leery at this.
Vito Kamara, the save, he's a returner, but also a defensive back. He's going to move back near his own 25-yard line.
Got to be careful here. Watch the short snap.
He's going to run one more play on. Keelan Warren will make his way to the field. And again, quarterbacks on both end here. Vito Kamara, he's played quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And also Jaden Irving. So 3:11 left here first quarter. A high snap, but he brought down beautiful. And it's going to be a high, short punt, end over end. And Poland trying to get away from it. Almost hit a Poland player in the back. East will cover it up right around the Poland 30-yard line. And the closest one to it for Poland was Ashton Satterelli. And I don't think he saw the ball. Almost hit him in the back.
But the problem would have been, Jim, he was getting blocked. So I think if that would have hit him, they would have just called it dead because he couldn't get away from his block anyway. So I don't know how they would have ruled that.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, their own 30-yard line. 3 minutes left here, first quarter. Close game here. Poland with a 7-6 lead.
And other than that first drive, Poland has struggled.
High formation. Chase Jones, the tailback. Ano Zippolito, the fullback. David Zippolito under center. Pressure being shown by East. Handoff to Chase Jones. He'll make his way through the line and pick up a couple yards on the play. Should bring up 2nd and 8 now for Poland.
I'll tell you what, East is doing a good job up front. They're not giving chunks of yardage out, and Poland's fighting like heck to get any type of yardage. So East is prepared. I'll tell you what, though. They are flying around, but again, they're sinking everybody. If they get somebody behind them linebackers, let me tell you what, but they got to do it quick. So they're leaving the center of that field other than high safety.
2 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Pressure being shown. Quick pass out to Kamara in the flats. Trying to cut forward. He'll make his way out to the 35. And that'll be a pickup of 3. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, all they did was fake inside, and then he swung them outside. So he gets some yardage here. I'll tell you what, East is doing a great job against Poland. They're just coming off the line, pinning their ears and go.
Lining up too many people for that offensive line to block. And eventually you're going to find some room to get in there.
Right.
Poland, though, doing a good job picking that up on that play. As Zippolito now will be in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. Twin receivers to each side with 1:44 left here first quarter. 3rd and 5. He'll send the Tolley in motion. David Zippolito taking himself. Fight forward, pass at the 35. He'll pick up a couple of yards. May have made it down to the 37 or 38-yard line. Pick up of maybe 2.
And it'll be 4th down and probably 2 yards.
And same situation for Poland here. Now they will send on the punting team. Vito Kamara, punter, but also spending a lot of time at quarterback last year for Poland.
Yep. Now, what Poland's going to have to do is they're going to have to wall everybody inside and try to create a bunch.
So they're going to send Antoine Williams back to return. He'll line up around his own 35-yard line. Kamara going to get this one away. It's going to be a low spiral kick. It'll hit and hit the 30. It's going to take a pole and roll inside the 20. Picked up by Williams, and he'll be swallowed up at the 22, 23-yard line. Fight his way out towards the 25, towards the Poland sideline. And it'll be Pete Zumas leading the charge on that one for Poland. And East will take over 1st and 10 with 43 seconds left here for first quarter. We'll see where they mark it, but I believe it's going to be at the 27. Indeed, it will.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what, the pull and cover team were out there yanking and pulling on that ball. Yeah, great job by him, but not letting that ball come out.
A great job there containing Antoine Williams, because if Williams gets a little bit of room out there, he can really break one easily. So Irving will bring the offense back out. Keelan Warren. They'll have Les Twan, Casey Jones in the back with him. Twin receivers to the near side. Tyrus Davis will be the slot receiver to the right. And the official is going to blow the whistle. And the head linesman started to bring in a ball, but we're going to have a switch, maybe an equipment issue.
Don't know.
As Elijah Meredith will make his way back onto the field. He'll be the slot to the right.
I see what it
of
is.
Irving.
I'm sorry, Jim. Go ahead. I'll tell you what it is. I can see it.
So Irving in a shotgun, back to pass. Under pressure, rolling out to the near side. Flag comes in, and Irving going to be knocked out of bounds near the 28-yard line. May have picked up a yard on the play, but hold the phones. We have a flag back at the 19-yard line. And a hold coming up against Poland. And the penalties continue for East.
Yeah, it's just it's not good. The reason why they took the player off, number 12, is because of the knee pads. They're trying to roll them up so they look like shorts. The official told them, got to take them things down, and that's exactly what I saw him do. Coaches was rolling it down.
And really, that's an enforcement point for the OHSA officials this year. The knee pads must be below the knee.
Well, if you see even like YSU guys, there's guys in NFL, they look like they're wearing shorts.
You know, and the funny thing is I run into things in the house, and I want to scream, but these young guys, a little tougher than I am, I guess.
Yeah, well, but then when they get to our age, watch what happens.
Well, we didn't listen either, Coach. 3 receivers to the near side here. 1st and 20, ball at the 17-yard line. Irving back to pass. Plenty of time. Steps up, fires over the middle, and overthrown. Pass was intended for Mika West. The closest one to it was going to be J.J. Fonda. He tried to go up for it, but went well over his head.
Yeah, that was he just overthrew it. I don't know if he was getting rushed, but it looked like he had some time, but he just overthrew it. See, in my case, Jim, I didn't play a lot. I played 1 year of football, then started coaching. So mine just happened because I was old and I had to have mine replaced. But that's okay.
I got nothing. I can't sit. All I can tell you is the receipts are coming in. So 3 receivers to the near side. That'll be West, Davis, and Warren. And we're going to get another whistle. And a false start coming up against East. That'll push him back another 5. That'll put him at the 12-yard line. And, if you're Coach Mark Green and the staff, you've got to be frustrated because it's really hard to – we always joke about the plays that, 2nd and long.
Right.
But, there really isn't a play that you're going to get for 2nd and long like this. So it's 2nd and 25 for Irving. 3 receivers to the near side. And we're going to have another flag. Another false start indicated by the head linesman.
But you know what, Jim, though? I have noticed that guys are jumping before the snap. So they're doing it right because they're taking off. They're not watching the ball. I noticed that in a couple of plays that they didn't call.
Keelan Warren, the guilty party on that one. And one of the receivers jumping for East.
12-7.
Christopher Robbins and James Nicholson Kimbrough II will make their way to the field. West will make his way to the sideline.
I was going to say 2 guys went in and 1 guy came out, so they got to get those guys that extra guy off that field. That's 12.
All right, so 2nd and 30 from the 7-yard line now. As Irving now will have a wing to the right, single receiver to the near side, running back to his right, set a man in motion. They'll hand it off on the end around towards the east sideline. They'll make it past the 10, 15, and there's going to be another flag.
Absolutely.
Nice run by Tyrus Davis.
Absolutely. He got held horribly.
So that will be half the distance to the goal for East. That will nullify a good run by Tyrus Davis.
And you know what, Jim? You know as well as I, you can't hold right in front of an official. You might be able to get by when you're within the line of scrimmage, but he's on an island blocking, and you could see that the defender was trying to get off to make the play, and he literally had him turned sideways. East fans could get all upset if they want, but that was a good call.
Yeah, and I tell you right now, you can see the coaching staff becoming frustrated as it'll be 3rd and 30 for the East High Golden Bears as we're going to wind down this first quarter. We'll see if Irving gets the snap off, and Dede will to finish off the first quarter. Handoff off the right side, and East will drag this one out to about the 7-yard line, and that will be the end of the first quarter here in Poland after 1. It's the Bulldogs 7, the Golden Bears 6. We'll step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Second quarter here in Poland. Will flip sides of the field. 4th and 29 for East. They will have to make it to their own 37-yard line for a first down. As we get the whistle for play, East will be punting out of their own end zone. Jaden Irving just about halfway through the end zone. Vito Kamara lining up at the East 38-yard line for the return. Good snap there. Irving will get this one away, end over end, returnable for Kamara, past the 30, out to the far side, towards the Poland sideline, 20, cuts back in, and brought down near the 14-yard line. And Poland will start off in the red zone, 1st and 10. I thought that ball came loose for a second, but the officials never gave an indication here, but 11:48 left here. Poland with great field position.
Yeah, he must have been down, Jim, that's all. We can tell from this point that it looked like something popped, but apparently he was already down with his knee.
So Poland with a great field position, mostly thanks to the penalties committed by East.
They've got more yards and penalties than they do positive yards. They got to clean that up.
So Zipolita in the shotgun. Single receiver to the far side. Natoli and with Vito Kamara to the right side. Thrown over the middle, tipped all over the place. And it will fall harmlessly to the ground. Pass intended for Maddox Purins, the 6'5", 215-pound freshman tight end.
Yeah, he's got to get that up in the air, though. He threw it down by his chest. He's got to get it up there. Let that man go up there and stretch that big old paws and arms up there and bring it down. He threw it almost right to an East player. That could have been dangerous.
I don't think you even have to be accurate. That's 6'5". When he reaches up,
get it up there.
So 2nd and 10 for Poland at the 14-yard line. 11:44 left here, second quarter. 2 backs in the backfield. Now it'll be Natoli and Angelilli. Zipolita in the shotgun. Single receiver to each side. Zipolita going to take it himself, and he's going to take a shot. Flag on the play. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And I believe we're going to have a chop block coming up against Poland. If that is the case, Coach, that's going to be a big penalty. See if we can get our call from the official.
Yeah, but do you decline it? Go.
On defense, cut this is too low.
Oh, this Coach, they're going to call this one on the defense. Wow. An interesting call that you don't normally see against a defensive player, but
well, it looked like 7 came right down onto his knees, the end's knees, and
all right.
Now what do we got? Sideline warning. On East.
Sideline warning on East.
Okay, so no penalty yardage on that particular one the first time. 2nd and 3, ball at the 7-yard line for Poland. On to N. Perkins out there talking, having a good time. As Zippolita now running, one running back to his right, 2 receivers to the left. He'll give it to Kamara. Kamara into the end zone. And then I see a flag from the far side, and it's going to be a hold against Poland. That one will be coming back with 11:34 left here for their second quarter.
Yeah, I was waiting for the arms to go up, but they got him for a hold. So
the holding penalty coming up against Poland will nullify the Vito Kamara touchdown. Poland will try it again. We'll mark this ball now at the 12-yard line. So second and... I don't know if that one makes sense, Coach. They're marking at the 12-yard line. All right.
well, okay.
We'll go with that. 11:28 left here. Clock begins to run. 2nd and 13 now for Poland. Zippolita under center. Chase Jones, the running back. Set a man in motion from left to right. They'll give it off on the counter to Pano. Zippolita. He'll take a shot. Twist and turn down near the 6-yard line. All of that may have picked up a 2. And it'll be 3rd and 6 now for Poland. They can still get a first down, I believe, near the 4-yard line.
This will be 2 down territory anyway, Jim, because East has done nothing. So,
All right, so they'll mark this one actually at the 6. T formation again, Zippolita under center. 3 running backs behind him. Left to right. And some motion up front. And we're going to get a false start. No, it's going to be an encroachment against East. That will be half the distance. As they will now move this ball to the 3-yard line. Charlie Harrison and Anthony Xavier will check in for East. So Marcus Merchant to the sideline for a breather. 10:39 left here, Poland. Actually now with a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 2 with the T formation again. David Zippolita under center with the 3 running backs. Handing it off right up the middle. Touchdown. And into the end zone. Poland with the 2-yard touchdown. 10:24 of the second quarter. Poland extends their lead to 13-6 pending the extra point. And trying to get the number on that way. I'm not sure if it was... All right, so Pano Zippolita to get that one. I thought that might be Nick Natoli, but
no, it looked like it was Pano.
Pano on the short yardage. We talk about him and his running style. That is built for him.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Give him the ball and just let him ink it out. He's our version of Mike Gallstock.
2-yard TD run for Pano Zippolita.
Oh, offsides on East. What do you do?
All right.
Blew the whistle before he kicked it.
So that will be half the distance. We'll see what Coach Pavlansky decides to do. And I think he looks like he said he's going to decline it.
Yeah.
All right. So
it'd be good, right? No, because he blew the whistle before he kicked it.
Certainly. So now Poland will take another shot at this as Salvi Karamusa, the freshman place kicker, will come in for the extra point. Vito Kamara will be the holder.
Okay, what? Yeah, see, they blew the whistle before the play. So they're going to have to kick it again.
All right. So Vito Kamara waiting for the snap. Karamusa with the kick.
And good.
And is up and good. 10:24 left here, second quarter. Poland extends their lead to 14-6. We will step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
10:24 left here, second quarter. Poland with the 14-6 lead, coming by way of a 2-yard run by Pano Zipolidis.
We have a little issue about footballs again on the east side, so I don't know what's going on.
The way things have gone here tonight, Coach, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I'm confused. We got coaches on the field talking to the officials. I don't know what's happening.
Well, while they do that, we'll let you know that this kickoff is brought to you by Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern has been one of the area's favorite local spots with great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Village Tavern is located at 746 North Main Street in beautiful Hubbard, and online at villagetavern3.com.
Well, we got another holdup here. Talking about the football, and we have a coach on the field, which I see a lot of that.
Seems we've seen more and more than that as we go along, and officials have been tolerant. We will say that. We'll put it that way. Been very tolerant. But nonetheless, 10:24 left here, second quarter. Poland with the 14-6 lead. Halftime coming up. We'll have the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update for you. Right now over on Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. Fitch with a 20-3 lead over Massillon Jackson.
Well, they're telling the coaches they got to get out of the white and they got to be in there. You know, it's funny. I've been watching our ex-player Eddie Mack, and boy, he's standing right in that blue. He ain't going nowhere.
Very disciplined coach, player.
Exactly.
And we had the opportunity to go down on the field and talk to Ed McElroy, and we looked at him and said, "You know what? You look like you're in shape to play today."
He could have. He could have.
Amazing here is Poland will kick this one off. Aiden Barant with the short kick, fielded at the 30-yard line, brought out to the 40, brought back to the near side, has some blocking, out to the 45 and down at the 47-yard line. Outstanding return by Tyrus Davis. And East will have decent field position and hopefully solve their penalty problems coming up on this next drive.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the pooch kick because they're afraid of but, you know, you got to let it fly one of these times. You got to kick away from some of them. Your coverage is good, but, you know, last week's game was so iffy, so maybe they just aren't trusted.
So 1st and 10, ball at the East 46-yard line. Poland with a 14-6 lead. Aiden Irving will bring the East offense back out. The lineup in the backfield is a little confusion on the formation. Nichols and Kimbrough will head out to the far side to make a 3-receiver set to Irving's right. Single receiver to his left. Back to pass. Fires out to the far side. Picked off at the 38-yard line. And Poland will have that. Cam Hackstead just stuck his paw up there and was able to bring it in. And all Irving was trying to do was get it out to the receivers on the far side. But Cam Hackstead come in with his hands up.
I tell you what, he jumped right at the right time, was able to draw that right in. That was a great job by that football player. Outstanding.
Cam Hackstead, the 6', 220-pound senior defensive lineman, gets the interception.
How about that? That's going to go down.
1st and 10 for Poland at the East 38-yard line. 10:09 left here, second quarter.
Now, Poland's got to be patient here, but you already know what they're going to do. They're just going to send the house, so they have got to be able to seal these guys up.
Mark Butler will head on the field at the last second. East with the 4-2-5 defense, always showing pressure up the front. Kamara in motion from right to left. David Zipolita's play action. Gets it out to Pano Zipolita. Out to the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Pano Zipolitas on a 38-yard touchdown pass from his brother David. And who gets the bye tonight? Is it the guy who threw it or the guy who caught it?
There you go. I can see that I can definitely see that at dinner tomorrow. Hey, you scored a touchdown, but I gave you the ball. So outstanding 1-2 punch. But again, what they did was they bottled East up on the inside with all them, and they're not dropping any backers, and they're able to get on that swing pass every time. And there was nobody there.
Salvi Karamusa coming in for the extra point. Vito Camaro to hold. Angelilli will be the long snapper. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 9:58 left here, second quarter. Poland with a 38-yard touchdown pass. Zippolita to Zippolita.
Did you stutter?
My hard drive froze up a little bit. That's what it sounds like. And for Poland, a quick strike again. They have that capability, and that comes off of another turnover from Cam Hackstead.
Yeah, but they have got to keep the pressure on it because, East, they're strong, they're big, and, boy, let me tell you what, you give them a seam, they're going to take it. So Poland has got to be disciplined up front. Don't let that quarterback outside, and them linebackers got to be ready. They got to get in their drops to be able to get up and fill. Now, what I saw in the first quarter was quick pass because we're dropping a guy almost 15 yards back, the center guy. He's got to be able to come up quicker because they're engaging and they're getting yardage. So they have got to come up quicker. When they see him step back, they got to come now.
So Aiden Baranch is coming on to kick this one off. Of course, all kickoffs and field goals brought to you by the Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern has been one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. The Village Tavern is located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard. Online at villagetavern3.com. And I don't know if this is a laid-back atmosphere. It sure hasn't been for East.
They're going to kick it deep this time, looks like, Jim.
Oh, Branches on the approach. He'll put a boot in this, and it's going to be an end-over-end kick. Fielded near the 7-yard line to be brought out near the 20. Good return by East, past the 35, down to the 37-yard line. And that's where the Golden Bears will take over first and 10 with 9:51 left here in the second quarter.
I'll tell you what, shoestring tackle. He had a seam, but that's a good job, though, by Poland. They were able to gather that up. So, again, you're talking about at least a 13-yard difference for when they were kicking it short.
So they'll mark the ball actually at the 37. Says he went down. Absolutely interesting game, we'll say, so far here tonight. Poland with the 21-6 lead. As the East offense will make its way back to the field. Irving at quarterback.
Now we have a problem. We don't have a football.
The logistics have been a little tough tonight coming from the sidelines. But the officials, they just had to pull one in from the Poland side. Maybe Poland had an East ball.
Well, either that or Poland East balls are not full enough. There was some complaining there about the inflation, but we always had to bring our balls out there and have a market.
Wing left now. Irving in the shotgun. He'll call his own number to the near side, trying to find room to cut up. And he's going to be contacted in the backfield near the 39-yard line. Ano Zippolita on the tackle, coming up and making contact.
I tell you what, he scraped, but what I liked about it, Jim, was he kept his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. He didn't go in there, and he geared down. So perfect job by Pano for squaring up and doing what he had to do, and it got nowhere. He was able to get a yard gain on that. That's it.
We call them by their first name, folks, because there's two of them.
Yeah.
So
it's just
give them
easier.
a little,
Yeah, it's just easier.
We don't normally call them by their first name.
No, but Zippolita, they were studier, and so.
So offset I formation, fullback to the right, tailback. As Irving now rolling out to the far side, looking downfield, fires across the middle, and he's going to throw this one into the dirt. We got a flag on the play. Coming in again from the head linesman on the near side.
Well, it might be 71. Looked like he was a little downfield. And I think that's what they might call, possibly.
This one going to be going against East.
Legal procedure on offense. Penalties decline.
All right, so an illegal procedure penalty coming up against East. They'll mark the ball again at the 39-yard line. So 3rd and 9 now for East. And again, the penalties just holding that East offense back.
Yeah. Now they're starting to, and you know what? Here's the other thing I noticed too, Jim. Well, I'll tell you what. They're running those front 2 or 3 in and out. They got a good combination going, so they're fresh up front. And that's kind of hurting East on that.
We've noticed a rotation, even in the scrimmage we saw a couple weeks ago, that really the talent there's been no drop off in that rotation.
Exactly.
So Irving now in a shotgun, twin receivers to his left, wing to the right. Running back in the backfield, Irving back to pass, fires downfield, has a man wide open, and it's going to be dropped near the 16-yard line.
Wow.
Holy Toledo, that pass intended for Tyree Humphrey, and Humphrey knows it.
Let me tell you what a great throw. He dropped it right in the basket on a dead run, and unfortunately, it bounced right out of his hands.
Jaden Irving with a beautiful pass downfield. Unfortunately, Humphrey could not hold on to it. That would bring up 4th and 9 for East. And Jaden Irving will have to drop back to punt this one away. Vito Kamara will line up around his own 30. Irving right around his own 26.
Yeah, I don't know who the defensive back was there. I didn't get a number on that. But he, at the last minute, the receiver just pulled away. And, let me tell you what, that could have been deadly.
Humphrey showing some speed. High snap going to go over the head of Irving. He'll pick it up at the 15. Looking for an outlet, nowhere to go. And he's going to be brought down. Cam Hackstead going to get up there and make the tackle. They're going to battle for the ball, but it's not going to matter. Peyton Miller there as well. Miller initiating the contact, had Hackstead cleaning it up. And we'll have 8:17 left here in the second quarter. Poland with a 21-6 lead. And East going in the wrong direction,
Yeah,
Coach.
Poland's pumping on all 8 cylinders. East got to settle down. Get back into this football game. They've made too many mistakes now. They just settle down. They're a good football team, and they can come back to this, but they have just got to do what they have to do here.
You take away the penalties, East really has a really good offense.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a great job against Poland.
Mark this ball at the 15 now, so 1st and 10 for Poland, deep into East territory, and we're going to get a whistle. East is going to take a timeout. Dave, we'll keep it right here for a moment. As we take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update, as Warren Harding and Bookdole are scheduled for tomorrow. That should be a great matchup over on Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means and Dave Clark, as well as Matt Craven at the board. Austintown Fitch 20, Massillon Jackson 3. Uniontown Lake leads Boardman 21-0. Beaver Local taking on Brook, West Virginia. It's scoreless in the first quarter. Coach played down there in Brook, a very beautiful town down there. Springfield with a 7-0 lead over the Brookfield Warriors. Canfield leads Walnut Ridge 19-6. Champion with a 7-0 lead over Cardinal. You'll be happy to hear this one, Coach. Cheney with a 14-6 lead over Struthers. East Canton leads Wellsville 6-0. East Palestine with a 14-0 lead over the Wyndham Bombers. Grove City over on the PA side with a 21-0 lead over Fairview. JFK last night, they took on Garfield. Garfield will get the win, 36-14. G-Men, no problem with the JFK Eagles, as it will be 1st and 10 for Poland at the 15-yard line. Zippolitas in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. 3 receivers bunched to his left. Single receiver to the right. That'll be Vito Kamara. We'll keep an eye on that. Zippolita waiting for the pass, plants his feet, looking for Kamara in the corner of the end zone, and he's going to overthrow him, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Poland. We're going to have a flag in the secondary coming from the line judge.
And
Is there going to be a
hold, maybe?
I thought the initial was pass interference against Poland. So is that an offensive call? We'll see if we can get the call from our referee.
Offense, no penalty.
All right, so a holding penalty in the secondary. We'll push Poland back.
15 yards.
All right, they corrected that one from holding to pass interference. I thought that was the signal from the line judge, but they will move the ball back to the 30-yard line with 8:12 left here in the second quarter.
And here's the thing, Jim. They threw to the right. The penalty was to the left, so I don't know what they were thinking over there.
Really a useless penalty.
Yeah, it was exactly what it was.
All right, we'll give you some more scores here in a moment. As they'll go twin receivers in the near side. That'll be Fonda and Kamara. I formations. Ippolita under center. And off to the tailback. Up the field, past the 20, down near the 19-yard line. Nick Natoli on the carry for Poland. And the clock will continue to run with 8 minutes left here in the first half.
Yeah, he just found a seam, Jim. They did a nice job up front blocking, opening that hole, and he just took it from there.
Oh, there was a flag on the play. I didn't see it, but we got a hold.
I did not see the flag.
Coming up against Poland.
Poland shooting themselves in the foot right now.
Colt Arnold, 6 foot,
Holy
240-pound senior with the penalty. They'll mark the ball now at the 40-yard line. So Poland now going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's a sloppy play by both teams right now. These penalties are killing each one of them.
So 1st and 35 at the 40-yard line for Poland. 7:48 left here in the second quarter, and the officials looking for rotator cuff surgery.
There it goes.
So Zipolito will go under center, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the near side, tight end and a wing to the left. Send Natoli in motion from right to left. They'll give it to Nick Natoli. He'll cut up past the 40, 35, 30, and he'll fight his way down near the 21-yard line. So pick up a 14 on the play. Second down, and we're going to have a dead ball foul coming up. Flag came from the back judge.
So looks like it's gonna be against East. Somebody said something. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not speculating. It looked like they were kind of jumping all over the East player.
I'm sure there was some miscommunication, maybe a dinner invite.
Yeah, possibly.
All right, we'll see if we can get a call from our officials. See if we can let our listeners hear that.
We got dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on East. Not distance to the goal.
All right, so defensively, another penalty against East. And I'm probably going to assume that's going to be Tyrus Davis that they got. He's going to be pulled off the field. Tyree Humphrey will head back in with the 7:26 left here, second quarter. So they'll mark it at the 11 now. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2, we'll give you the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Fitch now with a 34-3 lead over Massillon Jackson.
Wow, that's pretty good. I'll tell you what, they say Fitch is going to be pretty tough this year.
All right, I formation, and now Zipolito under center. Chase Jones a tailback. Twin receivers to the right. Play actually going to hand this one off. Contact made in the backfield. They'll wrap up Chase Jones. He'll probably lose 2 or 3 on the play, but well read by the East High Golden Bears.
Well, they're trying to hit that inside, and all they're doing is sinking everybody inside. They got to look more off tackle, running some little outside, because they're just sinking everybody inside. You're not getting in very many holes, so you're going to be able to run in that 0-0-1 hole.
Top of the hour, we're going to step aside for a station identification. You're listening to WRQX AM 600, The Patriot.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, our Cumulus Media Station.
I formation, Zipolito under center. Chase Jones a tailback again. 3rd and 10 from the 12. Play action, Zipolito rolling out to the near side. He's going to tuck it himself inside the 5, into the end zone, touchdown. David Zipolitis on the 12-yard run. 6:25 left here. Second quarter. Poland increases their lead to 27-6.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. He faked like he was going to throw once he got outside, and they had to play discipline in the back, and he just came around the corner, and off he went.
Extra point coming up for the Bulldogs as they extend their lead. 6:25 left here, and really the backbreaker for East was the unsportsmanlike penalty that gave Poland that first down.
Yeah, that killed them. Just got to be disciplined here.
So Caramoose on for the extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up, and it is good. 6:25 left here, second quarter. Poland takes a 28-6 lead over East. We'll step aside for a timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We are back after this.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
6:25 left here, second quarter. Coach and I, you were just talking off the air. For both teams right here, discipline issue right now with these penalties.
Yeah.
Poland uncharacteristically having a few more penalties than usual. Had the same problem last week. We talked to some of the coaches in pregame, not happy with that. And for East, it has just been detrimental to their offense.
Yeah, they've got us. The problem lies is they got to cool down. They were in this game, but then the penalties have killed them and gave Poland the opportunity to score, which they have. You can't give a team like Poland opportunities like this.
Aiden Baranches to kick this one off. Of course, all kickoffs brought to you by the Village Tavern. Branches with a boot in it. It'll be picked up at the 12-yard line. Brought out near the 20. That'll be Irving. Out to the 30. He'll slip one tackle, make his way out to the 40, and be brought down near the 41-yard line. Great special teams play by Dominic DeLomo, the 6', 160-pound sophomore. Poland will have a 1st and 10 with 6:17 left here, second quarter. East. All right, we'll get it right. It's been so back and forth tonight.
Well, that's the truth. It has been.
So Jaden Irving will bring the offense back out. We'll have Lestwan Casey Jones in the backfield with him. Twin receivers to each side or East. Mark the ball at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. East moving right to left. If you're listening on the iMedia One Network app, back to pass. Irving tripping over his own feet. Plenty of time rolling out to the far side now. Zipolitas with the angle is going to run him out of bounds. And he may lose 2 or 3 on the play. He'll mark him out at the 39. So loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13 now for East.
That was a good job. The defensive back did a great job in coverage on that. They were blanketing their guys. So he broke contain, but you're not going to outrun Zipolita. I'll tell you what, he was right there.
Yeah, took a good angle there, Coach. That's the way you coach it.
I was just going to say he took a great angle. He took the words right out of my mouth, sir.
The ball now at the 39-yard line. 6:07 left here, second quarter. Poland 28, East 6. With twin receivers to each side. Irving still in the shotgun, one running back to his left. Irving with the handoff upfield past the 40. They'll fight their way out to the 47-yard line. So pick up of 8 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for East.
That was a good run. Good job up front. I'll tell you what, they run hard. You can't get these guys down, and they're wrapping them up high, and they're leaning, and them legs are still pumping. And they did an outstanding job by East. Good push, too.
Last one, Casey Jones on the carry.
There you go.
See a number 9 out there? And I'll take you back to another guy who wore number 9 at East, Charles Purdue, played for YSU.
Here you go.
One of the fastest human beings I've ever seen. So Irving now in the shotgun. One running back offset to his left hip. Twin receivers to each side. Back to pass. A little bit of a low snap. Irving will recover, no problem. Under pressure. Being chased back. And he's going to throw this one out towards the Poland sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Elijah Meredith, but overthrew it. And it looks like we have a flag on the play. Could it be another holding coming up against East?
Oh.
All right, so a face mask against East on offense will bring up 4th down.
You're talking about great players that played at YSU. We can't let this one slip. Preston Mays, PJ Mays.
Yeah, another East High alum.
I believe he is with, correct me if I'm wrong, people, if you're listening, I believe he is with Air Force, and he is on staff with them, I believe.
Outstanding.
And PJ was I got to coach with him, and I'll tell you what a soft-spoken, very smart individual.
And East having some confusion with the personnel. East will take a timeout with 5:18 left here in the second quarter. We'll throw names out there. Chris Fitzgerald, most recently with Youngstown State University, out of East.
Yep.
So plenty of alum there around the country and locally. So while we have a moment, we'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. And we'll head down as East Canton with a 35-0 lead over Wellsville. East Palestine with a 14-0 lead over the Wyndham Bombers. Girard with a 49-0 lead over Lakeside. That last reported in the second quarter. Howland trails Geneva 35-7. That reported in the second quarter. High Valley with a 22-12 lead over LeBray. Crestview leads Lakeview 28-7. Matthews in a close one with Leetonia. The Mustangs, they lead 14-12 over the Leetonia Bears. Liberty leads Niles 14-0. Liberty with the big win over Camel last week. Ran that score up a little bit. And Lowville trails Toronto 14-6. So 4th and 5. Jaden Irving will step back as if he is going to punt. But again, the quarterback, you have to be cognizant of.
Absolutely.
Vito Kamara will set up right around his own 23-yard line. Snap is back. It's a good snap. This one will be an end-over-end kick away from Kamara. It'll take a bounce toward the east sideline. And Kamara will be content to let this one roll down to the 28-yard line. And that's where Polo will take over 1st and 10 with 5:08 left here in the second quarter. They lead 28-6.
That's Poland's got to just settle down here. Don't get crazy.
The officials trying to figure out the ball situation
again.
I don't know if the balls aren't marked, maybe, or they're trying to figure out whose are whose.
They seem to. I don't know.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
we'll say that
what's going on.
But nonetheless, it will be 1st and 10. They will mark it officially. Let's see if we can get a ball in from the Poland sideline, and we'll mark it officially to 27. 5:08 left here.
All I know is this coach better watch because he's doing a lot of complaining to officials. You don't want to cost them 15 yards at this point.
That has certainly been the issue for him. You do not want to exacerbate that. And we'll go twin receivers to the left of Zippolita, one running back to his left. Maddox Purin's the tight end to the right. Zippolita rolling out to the far side under pressure. He's going to have to tuck the ball, taking himself past the 35, 40. And he'll make it out near midfield. We'll see what we'll say he went out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And David Zippolita will have a Poland first down with 4:59 left second quarter.
He reminds me of Bungard so much when we were watching him at Springfield.
Yeah.
He reminds me of him just like that. And how about, we're going to go with this snap.
Zippolita with 3 receivers to the left. He'll take it himself. He'll call his own number, trying to get upfield. He'll be hemmed up near the 45, may have made it back to the line of scrimmage as the clock continues to run with 4:48 left here, second quarter.
Mr. Brungard yesterday, I don't know if I watched most of the game. He ended up with, not sure exactly, but I think it was 97 yards rushing and something like 96 or 98 yards passing.
He is his own balanced offense.
But the comment was made, he can't keep doing this for this many games because when you're with the big boys, you're going to get banged up, and I know he's a specimen himself, but he's got to be careful.
Yeah, YSU gets the win over Mercyhurst last night to open the 2025 season at the Ice Castle over at Stambaugh Stadium.
Absolutely. How we said he was going to be the man.
2nd and 9 at the 46. Zippolita on the shotgun. Receivers 2x2. He'll plant his feet, fire out to the left. Pass intended for Kamara. He'll drop that at the 49. We're at 3rd down now for Poland. The clock will stop with 3:59 left here in the first half.
Well, let's see what they do.
A lot going on this week as college will be in full go this weekend. Yeah. I think there's a game at noon tomorrow. Leave it.
I'm going to miss that, Jim.
We'll talk about that at the half. And I have concerns, but ball at the 47-yard line. We'll talk about that. So it's the Ohio State Buckeyes will take on the Texas Longhorns tomorrow at noon. Although the state of Ohio tried to outlaw a 12 o'clock kickoff.
Yes, they did. Well, we got a timeout.
All right, timeout here. 3:59 left here in the second quarter. We'll step aside for a quick break. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. The Patriot. We are back on the other side.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. Receivers 2x2. 3rd and 9. Back to pass, fires downfield, has a receiver, and it's going to be knocked away near the 18-yard line. But a flag's going to come in. And I assume they're going to call pass interference on East. There was a lot of contact going downfield. I think you're going to have Arian Bankston for the infraction.
Yeah, he never turned around. I mean, he never looked back. You've got, if I'm understanding the rule, you've got to at least make an effort to look back or do something. So either that or they picked up the flag. They did.
All right. And well, Coach, I don't know if I can really argue with that one. Again, there was a lot of contact back and forth. I thought it was.
Okay, wait a minute.
All right. So they're marking it from the original line. So they are enforcing the
penalty.
That will be now at the East 38-yard line with 3:53 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, if there was a Cleveland Brown helmet out there, they would have had it down by the 30-yard, by the 20-yard line. But this is high school. Yeah. Mark it off.
We'll talk about them at the half as well. A lot going on over there on the lake. As I believe now in the shotgun, receivers 2x2 again. Chase Jones will remain the running back. 3:53 left here, second quarter. Zippolita plants his feet, fires out to his right, and he's going to overthrow Nick Natoli. Ball fall to the turf. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. They had layered that very, very nicely. And J.J. Fonda was a little bit deep, so I don't know if he throws it a little bit deeper, Fonda has it. But
Coach over on Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. Fitch now with a 41-3 lead over Massillon Jackson, and it has been all Fitch tonight.
Yep.
And I got to go back here. Gentleman by the name of Ryan Bonacci sending us scores for Ursuline. Just before the half, Ursuline with a 27-0 lead over Bishop Hartley. Handoff on to Kamara on the jet sweep. Kamara past the 35, 30. He'll make it inside the 30, down near the 27-yard line. And that should be enough for a Poland first down. If not, it's going to be close. East came up with the ball. The officials kind of looking at each other here, and they're going to say no.
No, they said he was down. There was an official right there.
Yeah, East making the argument that they had the ball for the coaching staff. A lot of frustration setting in because of the opportunities they've had, but the self-inflicted wounds have been the tough one. And another sideline warning coming up against East. This one may result in penalty yardage.
Yeah, that's the second one, so that's going to be 5 yards.
Right now, I count 2 coaches out.
On the east sideline.
And you can see 2 of these coaches out near the numbers. And these are assistant coaches. This isn't the head coach. Right. And I think the officials have really...
They've had enough.
Yeah,
this is something we talked about in the first game.
And we've seen this all across the board at different levels.
Yes.
Where the coaches are feeling comfortable enough now to come out near the numbers, some even near the hash marks at some point.
Yeah, I know. The thing is if you want to talk to the official, you can go to the numbers and ask, but then you ask for him.
So 1st and 10 at the East 14-yard line. Zippolita in the shotgun. Jones to his right. Twin receivers to the right side. That'll be Fonda and Kamara. Twin receivers to the far side. Quick pass out to the right, and it's going to be knocked away. And they're going to say that's a fumble. Oh, no, they're going to say it's incomplete now.
His arm was going forward.
Okay, the ball. That one I will concede. I thought the arm was coming forward, be knocked away. And it'll bring up 2nd down now for Poland. So East, again, getting frustrated. They're looking for an opportunity for a break, and it's just not coming their way.
Yeah, his arm was clearly coming forward on that, so there was no way that they were going to call that.
3:15 left here, 2nd and 10. Ball at the East 14-yard line. I formation now. Mono Zippolita will be the fullback. Chase Jones the tailback. Motion up front, and it's going to be another penalty coming up against East. And there was a couple people that moved, but I think Tristan Anderson will be the guilty party. And that'll be another 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now for Poland with 3:15 left here in the half.
It's all about discipline, Jim. That's all it is.
And again, you see the frustration setting in.
Number 13, Mason, was so angry. He was jumping up and down. He was mad.
So back to the I formation. Kamara will be the receiver to the far side. He'll be one-on-one. Tight end to the right side. That'll be Purins. Hand off the left side to Jones. Cut back to the inside. And he's going to fight his way inside the 5-yard line, down near the 3. And that's going to be enough for a Poland first down. First and goal for the Bulldogs coming up.
You going fair?
Clock will tick down to 3 minutes here in the first half. First and goal. Actually, you're going to mark the ball at the 2. Tight formation. Chase Jones will be in the backfield with Bono Zippolitas, Angelo Angelilli. That T formation again. David Zippolita going under center. He'll take his time here. 8 seconds left on the play clock. And off to Jones. Jones has almost lost it. And there's going to be a flag on the play. Chase Jones having a little trouble securing that ball.
Was waving it off.
There was an initial flag. I don't know what that would have been for, but our referee says, okay, no problem.
No question.
So they'll mark the ball now at the 10-yard line.
Well, I want to tell you something. Coach Pavlansky is not going to like this. There will be some fireside chats in film, and I don't blame him, because now we're playing sloppy. We're missing blocks. They have got to start straightening out. Take some deep breaths here, Poland, and do what you got to do. Do your job and get it done. And we already know they're sinking the house. So we've got to get somebody on a quick hitter, maybe a dump play or something. Get behind them linebackers because they're all coming.
So 8 seconds left on the play clock. Coach Pavlansky trying to let the line judge know that he wants to do something, but he's going to take a timeout, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's
Poland will take a timeout with 1:32 left here in the half. We'll keep it right here, Coach. Take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the valley here as we try to get this to refresh here. And right now it's McDonald with a 27-0 lead over Columbiana. United with a 7-3 lead over Mineral Ridge. Jackson Milton leads Newton Falls 7-0. South Range over Salem in the second quarter. Last reported, Coach, has a 28-0 lead over Salem. South Range trying to bounce back from their week 1 loss. Salem doing the same thing as well. Shadyside with a 14-8 lead over Southern. That is at the half. Campbell leads St. John 14-0. They are trying to bounce back from the loss to Liberty. Sebring and St. Mary Central Catholic in 8-man football is scheduled for tomorrow. Coach, I really want to get out and see an 8-man football game.
I think that'd be great.
That's a lot of field to cover there. Ursuline still with a 27-0 lead over Bishop Hartley. That last reported in the second quarter. West Branch at the half leads New Philadelphia 7-0. West Branch coming off the loss to Canfield last week. Western Reserve with a 33-18 lead over Trinity. Pardon me. That's a final from last night. And Dave Ferris over in Wilmington. Hubbard and Wilmington are tied at 14. Just want to let you know that.
The Hounds.
Yep. T formation. Zippolitas under center. 3 running backs. Play action. Zippolitas firing it down to the corner of the end zone. And is it going to be caught? Incomplete. Well-run play. Just couldn't connect on the pass. Zippolitas throwing into the end zone. Trying to see who the pass was intended for, but again, well executed. That'll bring up third down now for the Bulldogs.
Purins is what that it was for Purins.
So
the big tight end.
That corner over there is a kind of the dark side of the end zone there. It really
is.
But they'll be on the right hash mark now. 3rd and 10, ball at the 10-yard line. 1:26 left here, first half. So Zippolitas will bring the play in from the sideline.
Boy, that was wide open. He had 2 people. There was nobody there. Just overthrow him.
So another timeout taken by Poland with just under 90 seconds to play here in the first half. Poland with a 28-6 lead. We'll continue down with our Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. So we'll start from the top here. Austintown pitch over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. They have a 41-3 lead over Massillon Jackson. Union Lake now leads Boardman 28-14. That last reported to half. Beaver Local leads Brook, West Virginia 20-0. They are in Brook, West Virginia, Coach. One of the best football towns. It's a town that literally shuts down.
Oh, yeah.
For the Brook games.
Yep.
Now, always encourage, if you ever looking just for a road trip, go down to Brook, West Virginia on a Friday night.
And they're with the Cowboys.
Springfield leads Brookfield 13-0. Canfield with a 21-14 lead over Walnut Ridge. Canfield looking to go 2-0 to start the season. 3rd and 10 now, ball at the 10-yard line. Zippolitas in a shotgun. Jones to his right. Pano Zippolitas will be the wing to the right. Twin receivers to the left. We'll send a man in motion. Back to pass. Zippolitas stepping up in the pocket. Has some room to run. He'll tuck it and into the end zone. Touchdown, Poland, 119 left here, second quarter. Zippolitas gets into the end zone. David Zippolita.
Yep.
And that extends the Poland lead to 34-6.
Yeah, he had the corner there, Jim, and I'll tell you what, there was a defender there, and he kind of backed off a little bit because he was ready to throw the ball, and he was able to sneak in the corner. Great job by David.
David Zippolitas with a 10-yard touchdown run, and pyrotechnics to go with it. They're almost new and improved this year, Coach, I got to say.
Yeah, the bigger booms have come.
Aramusa with the extra point. It is good with 1:18 left here in the second quarter. Poland takes a 35-6 lead. We continue to look down the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update around the valley. Champion still with a 7-0 lead over Cardinal. Cheney still has the 14-6 lead over Struthers. East Canton has extended their lead over Wellsville 35-0. That last reported the second quarter. Indian Creek leads East Liverpool 7-0. East Palestine still leading 14-0 over the Wyndham Bombers. Over on the PA side, Farrell looking to bounce back from their loss to Hickory last week, leading Fort LeBoeuf 24-3. Or is it Fort LeBeau? Is the F silent? I don't
know.
All right. Nonetheless, Farrell leads 24-3. We do know that. JFK fell to Garfield last night. The G-Men get the win, 36-14. Just like to say that.
Like that G-Men.
And in the second quarter, Coach, wow, it is Girard 63, Lakeside 6.
Ouch.
Aiden Ranch is setting this one up as we run down there at the half. Geneva 56, Howland 7. High Valley still with a 22-12 lead over LeBray. Crestview leads Lakeview 28-7. Aiden Baranches, the senior, going to kick this one off. Of course, all kickoffs brought to you by the Village Tavern with 1:18 left here in the half. Ranches, end over end, deep kick. Picked up at the 12-yard line, brought out to the 15, 20, out to the 30, and taken down at the 40-yard line. Flag will come in. An outstanding return. Tyrus Davis for East.
Well, let's see what we got here, Jim.
Begins or the stop.
Holding number 15, East.
All right, 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
All right, Tristan Anderson on the hold for East. Still have decent field position, though. Only 1:11 left here in the first half. East trailing 35-6. And you felt like this was competitive, Coach, but slowly for East, you can feel it just slipping away, getting out of hand for them. And not because of ability or skill. It's been the penalties that have just been awful to them.
Well, that's it. And they've lost their cool a couple of times, and that's not good. So, the coach just got to settle down in the locker room and just say, hey, guys, we did this to ourselves. Now we got to straighten around and let's do what we have to do.
So 1st and 10 from the East 25-yard line. Golden Bears will line up. Single receiver to the far side. 3 receivers to the left of Irving. So for some housekeeping things from the officials, I believe that's what we're waiting for.
Football. Seems to be an issue.
It seems to be a very important issue, quite frankly.
I don't know why.
Irving down the shotgun. 1 running back to his right. 3 to his left. Single receiver to the right. He'll play on his feet, looking left. Fires downfield towards the sideline, and it's almost picked up by Vito Kamara. Probably a better move by Miko West, who kind of gave Kamara a little bit of a shove to break that ball away.
That's all right. He had to do what he had to do, but I think he might have been very close to being out of bounds anyway, Jim. I don't think there would have been any reception on that.
2nd and 10 for East at their own 25-yard line. 65 seconds left here, first half. Poland with a 35-6 lead. So a little confusion on the formation for East. We'll go back to that 3 wide receiver set to the left of Irving. Back, going to roll out to the near side. Trying to plant his feet under pressure. And Pano Zipolitas going to hem him up. Just got enough of that foot. He'll make it out to about the 26, maybe a pickup of a yard on the play.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, when he rolled out, that whole defensive line was on him. So that was a little scary having a few of those big boys coming at you. So,
and he seems to do well when Irving stays in that pocket.
Yeah.
Has that protection. They have not done a bad job on the offensive line.
Yeah, he needs to stay and just drop back because when he rolls out, it just they can't do a good enough to give him protection.
Credit to the Poland secondary. Have only had one moment tonight where they really got beat on a deep pass.
Yeah.
And for Poland, beneficiary of a drop touchdown on that one.
Yeah, they were lucky.
So twin receivers to each side. Now Irving in the shotgun, one running back to his left. He'll hand this one off up the middle, make it out to the 30-yard line, fight his way down to the 36. Will be bent by Pano Zipolita and company on that one. And the clock will stop with 5 seconds. All right, so it was an illegal formation for East. They had 5 in the backfield lined up. As the clock now will run, and we will hit the half here at Pavlansky Field.
Yeah, they just ran it off, Jim.
First half in the books. Poland will take a 35-6 lead into the locker room. We will step aside for our first break. When we come back, we'll give you a scoring recap. We'll talk some scores from around the valley, and we'll talk a different kind of sport coming up tomorrow out at the Canfield Fair. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Little premature celebration over there across the street from
Pavlansky Field. We don't know exactly what's going on over there or who's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, over the Garage Mahal, they're enjoying the 35-6 lead for Poland here at the half. Take a look at the scoring recap. How did we get here? And it'll start with 9:04 left in the first quarter. It'll be Angelo Angelilli into the end zone on a 1-yard touchdown run. They would get the extra point. It would make it 7-0. With 6:28 left here in the first quarter, it would be Tyrus Davis for East on a crazy play. It would initially start out as an interception. Then it would end up in a Poland fumble. And then it would be Tyrus Davis for East taking the ball 30 yards into the end zone. However, they would not convert on the 2-point conversion. It would make it 7-6. Second quarter action. Pano Zipolitas on a 2-yard run would increase the Poland lead, that coming at 10:24 of the second quarter. And then, not to be outdone, at 9:58 of the second quarter, David Zippolito would find his brother Pano on a 38-yard touchdown pass to, again, increase the Poland lead. 6:25 left. It would be David Zippolito on another 12-yard touchdown run. He would follow that up at 1:18 of the first quarter with a 10-yard run, giving us a 35-6 lead for the Poland Bulldogs. But the story of the night so far, Coach, has been the exorbitant amount of penalties, really on both teams.
On both sides, exactly. They got to clean that up. And I know that there was some question. The East coaches weren't real happy with some of the penalties and stuff. But in defense to the officials, there was a shot block by the defense. Now, what that could have been was he went in low on him as they were going to the outside, and therefore that could be a defensive chop.
Yeah, not happy about that. Again, a call that usually comes on the offense, so we assumed wrongly that it was a penalty against Poland. However, at East, we talked to a couple of coaches. They were not very excited about that call. However, even taking that away, it has been a rough night for the Golden Bears. Just on pre-snap penalties alone.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's a mess.
You could see the frustration setting in for the coaching staff on the East sideline. Have already been assessed a sideline warning, and then an unsportsmanlike coming from the East sideline really has hurt them.
Yeah, they really have, but they have to get more control of their sidelines. And the head captain, unfortunately, has got to get a hold of his coaches and stay out of the way, get in the blue box, and don't move.
Yeah, certainly you don't feel like East can't compete with Poland, but again, the self-inflicted wounds have been the story. We'll step aside for another timeout. When we come back, we will take you around the valley on the Discount Power Sports Scoreboard Update. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, Week 2, here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We are back on the other side.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime continues here at Pavlansky Field in Poland. Poland with a 35-6 lead over the East High Golden Bears. Go to the Discount Power Sports Scoreboard Update. Discount Power Sports, your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 330-717-4441. Coach, a lot of that sounds fun, but I don't know at our ages we should be doing that. four-wheelers we can do. It's a little harder to topple over.
You know what?
I'm sure David.
Well,
we can probably do it.
Well, I just tell you, I have a Gold Wing. I just refuse to ride it. It's just, to me anymore, it's just not safe. And I think I won't ride. But
maybe for us, you and I on a four-wheeler out in the woods, it might be much safer.
Yeah, well, my luck, I'd run into a tree or something.
But a good time it would be, nonetheless. So a little bit of dirt bikes, some ATVs, four-wheelers. We'll have a good time. Nonetheless, we'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Austintown Fitch with a 41-3 lead over Massillon Jackson. Uniontown Lake at the half leads Boardman 28-14. Beaver shutting out Brook, West Virginia. They have 20-0. Springfield still with a 13-0 lead over Brookfield. Canfield at the half with a 21-14 lead over Walnut Ridge. That a close one. On the schedule for tomorrow, Villa Angela, St. Joseph, and Cardinal Mooney will meet up. Right now, Champion, the 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Cheney still leads Struthers at the half, 14-6. East Canton with a 35-0 lead over Wellsville. East Liverpool trails Indian Creek 7-0. East Palestine, another set of Bulldogs, I should say, with a 14-0 lead over Wyndham. Over in Pennsylvania, Grove City with a 21-7 lead over Fairview. Fort Lamoille with a trailing Farrell 24-3, that at the half as well. Game played last night. Warren JFK falls to Garfield 36-14. Again, Garfield, the G-man. I just like saying that. Second quarter, probably close to the half now. Girard with a 63-6 lead over Lakeside. That will definitely be a running clock coming up third quarter. Geneva with a 56-7 lead over Howland. Another continuous clock there coming up in the third quarter. Pie Valley with a 22-12 lead over LeBray. Crestview leads Lakeview 28-7. Matthews and Leetonia at the half. It's a close one. Matthews 14, Leetonia 12. Liberty at the half leads Niles 14-0. Niles involved in a very close game with Howland last week. The only difference in that game, Coach, was a safety. Made it interesting up till the end.
Yeah, there you go. Some of these games are so close. I mean, it's hard to call.
So a lot of fun that would have been right across the street from one Mark Means. But, of course, we had the Camel Liberty game over there, he and Dave Clark. Dave Clark with the short drive that week. Fairport Harbor, they have a 21-0 lead over Lisbon at the half. Lowville trails Toronto 14-6. At the half, this one, Coach, a little bit of a surprise for me. McDonald 41, Columbiana nothing.
Okay.
United, they lead Mineral Ridge 7-3. Jackson Milton at the half leads Newton Falls 7-0. South Range still with a 28-0 lead over Salem. That last reported in the second quarter. Southern and Shadyside all tied up at 14. Also at the half, Campbell 14, St. John 0. And at the half, still, Ursuline jumped out quickly to a 27-0 lead over Bishop Hartley. And things have kind of stalled out there, but Ursuline with a 4-score lead over Bishop Hartley. West Branch, they lead New Philadelphia at the half 7-0. West Branch in a tough one at home tonight as they debut their new field over there. Done a lot of great work over there at the West Branch schools. The Warriors with a beautiful field over there.
Yeah, they put a lot of money into that. I was kind of surprised at West Branch because in the preseason they thought that they were going to be solid and that was the team to beat this year. And it's just kind of disappointed in the first game. Again, we don't know about injuries and this and that, but I was kind of shocked to see that.
Well, and they have a tough schedule coming up well, as they're becoming a perennial powerhouse there out there in Beloit. Another game played last night. Western Reserve knocks off Trinity 33-18. And also at the half, Hubbard and Wilmington all tied up in 14 in an Ohio PA battle. The Eagles trying to go 2-0. They knocked off Brookfield last week and ruining their debut of their new stadium out there with the Warriors. Hubbard now trying to go to Wilmington and get a win as well. Again, that tied up at 14. We'll step aside for another break. When we come back, we believe we're going to have, from the Youngstown Patricians, John Galbraith come on, talk about the Patricians and a whole lot that is going on over there. And, of course, they are the title sponsor here in 2025 because you are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. We'll step aside, and we will be back right after this.
you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join the brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit taflfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here at halftime, just about 5 minutes left before we kick off third quarter here at Pavlansky Field. Poland with a 35-6 lead. We're joined now by the general manager of the Youngstown Patricians, John Galbraith. John, are you there? Okay, a little bit of technical difficulty. We'll see if we can get John on here as we continue halftime. John, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, John Galbraith joins us from the Youngstown Patricians, and a lot going on over there. First season here, laying the foundation in the Premier Amateur Football League, but not everything went the way you wanted to this year in terms of record, but a great foundation laid and so many more things going on with the organization other than football. Tell us about this season, how things went, and what you're looking forward next year on the football side.
Got some good former local athletes from the area together. Some former high school standouts like Corey McElroy. He was one of our quarterbacks from Mineral Ridge. Landon Bates, star wide receiver from Hubbard. So we've got a lot of talent in. A lot of young players. They were dedicated. They came in, learning the game of semi-pro. Did really well this year. Had some hiccups during the season, but as far as the structure and everything going forward, it's in place, and we're looking forward to having our new head coach, Vinny Iannarino, from Brookfield, Ohio, taking over to be a head coach. So we're excited for what's coming up.
Yeah, certainly, Vinny Iannarino. We're familiar with the excellent gentleman there, stepping into the role as the head coach. So, some recruitment coming up here early in the fall. Things will start getting going in the wintertime, preparing for the late spring here. And for the players that aren't familiar with it, who are the guys that you say, you know what, you can come out and continue your career here? A lot of people we talk about former high school, or we talk about post-high school. Certainly, you try to get them a little bit older there, but former college players. And we've even seen some former pro players be involved in that. But what do you have to offer for those players? And they want to come out and they want to continue that tradition here in the Valley. We always say continuing the football tradition in the Valley. Tell us about that.
Our high school football, tradition, and our college with SU, Mount Union. that still have the itch to go out and play. And we have, a lot of people don't know, we have a rich semi-pro from the hard hats. We brought back Cobras, how Western Reserve scores. There's a lot of tradition. And I think players are starting to finally realize that after high school and after college, that there's still a competitive league that they can play in. We're on radio. You guys broadcast us. Western Reserve Radio broadcast us. We play at a great facility in Milton. We have good backing. It's just a chance for these players to get back out and compete. That may think their football days are over, and it isn't. They can still come out and compete at a good level.
Now, beyond that, there's more going on with the patricians starting this fall, gone into playing softball as well. But the patricians overall have been a sports organization for many gentlemen historically. But it wasn't just football. There were other events there, and you were looking to continue that.
So in 1911, there was a patrician club founded by Father Martin, St. Patrick's Church in Youngstown. And the patrician club was basically a sports Christian club where men came together and enjoyed fellowship through playing sports. So that's another thing. We're incorporating different sports, and not only do we have softball, basketball, and other things like that, just to provide some Christian fellowship with these.
Yeah, of course, those teams competed against what would be the NFL teams later on coming up there.
Absolutely.
So there's a historical factor to that here and a connection with the Youngstown Diocese. As we get ready to kick off the third quarter here, John, tell us where they can contact you, how they can get in touch with you if they are interested in getting back on the gridiron to play some competitive football.
Yeah, so you could Youngstown Patricians. You can DM us, or you can reach out to us on youngstownpass.com. Send us an email or email and numbers on there. If you're interested in playing, sponsorships or anything of that nature, go check that out, and that'll provide you guys information where to go.
John, thanks for joining us tonight, and certainly we want to thank the Youngstown Patricians and the entire board for their support of high school football here in 2025. We appreciate it, and we look forward to helping you build for the 2026 season.
Thanks, Jim.
John Galbraith with the Youngstown Patricians as they prepare for the 2026 season. Coach, you and I were involved in that level for several years. Of course, we talked earlier about the 10th anniversary of the Western Reserve Scourge winning the OFL championship there in Girard, defeating the River City Ravens by a score of 42-13. A game you thought wasn't out of hand until the fourth quarter. So, as any good coach, we're trying to keep us focused there.
I did.
We hit the 0 mark here as we get ready third quarter action here. Pulled a 35-6 lead. And, we talked about Ed McElroy, assistant coach with the East High Golden Bears, and so many of the great guys that we got to know.
Yep.
Some of them becoming coaches in the year. Rashawn Shannon was coaching with the Warren Harding Raiders, among others here, and have gone on to do some great things. And, can't say enough about that. There was a conversation on Cleveland radio station about that level of football. So there were some pros on there, some NFL players. And they said, we don't know how much heart you have to go out there and play that game for no check.
Right.
And and you really got to appreciate those guys that do that, because even they said, you know what, you got to go to work on Monday.
Well, and that's very true. But again, for years for me, I never got paid for all the coaching that I did. Out of 45 years, probably half of them I never got paid. And it was just because you wanted to be around the guys. You wanted to make a difference in their life. And that to me, when I see these guys come up to me, whether it was from years ago at St. Brennan's that are now NFL coaches, or Mike Zordich, who's back here at YSU, it makes you feel good that you were able to be a part of something like that outstanding group. So.
But tomorrow, you're going to be branching out into a new sport.
Yes, I am. I am.
And you're going to have a thoroughbred.
Running
in a race tomorrow. We all know her as the ever lovely Mocha Joe. But
Mocha Joe.
I don't think there's going to be a jockey involved in this.
No, there's not. This is Campfield Fair. It's going to start about 1:30. About 2:00, 2:30. And what it is it's a wiener dog race. So Mocha's pretty quick. So we said if we were after last year, we said we're going to enter if we get one. We got one. And that little girl, we can't wait to see what she's going to do. But we've been practicing with her and lightning fast.
Training camp for Mocha Joe as she will compete tomorrow.
That's right.
The rookie in the race.
Rookie.
The Canfield Fair. 2 p.m. I don't know if that one's going to be on any of the Vegas odds boards, but we'll take a look here as East will kick this one off to get the third quarter started, and it's going to be a low end over end kick picked up by Chase Jones near the 14-yard line. He'll bring it out midfield, has some room to run, brought down near the 33-yard line. Poland with a great return to start the third quarter here, and last week Nick Natoli with a touchdown return for the Poland Bulldogs to start the third quarter, but may not have had the touchdown, but good field position coming up.
Absolutely. Got a nice return here, and looks like we may have a cramp or so, we're hoping.
Yeah, one player down for East there. 11:54 left here in the third quarter. You're joining us here on the iMedia One Network app, or if you're maybe looking in on Facebook a little bit, or if you're listening on WRQX AM 600 The Patriot.
We're everywhere.
I tell you, I want to thank Charlie Conley and Bill Kelly, Ben Slagle over there. He and Dave Ferris conjuring up magic ways to bring you games on multiple platforms.
Here we go.
So,
there we go.
If I could do it, I have said it, I will absolutely, we will Xerox Dave and sell him on Amazon for a good price. I can be reasonable about that, so I don't want to overcharge, but young man getting up there, he'll walk to the sidelines. Juwan Perkins.
Looks like you got a little hitch in his gait along there.
Yep, that may be a cramp here. Cool night here tonight, but
yeah.
This has been almost a fall-like feeling here in Poland, but last week we had a fan going in the press box tonight.
It's been hot.
It certainly has. It has been a warm summer here, and I am one of the few people that really enjoy that. So twin receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side now. Zipolius will go under center, one running back offset to his right. Fonda in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep out to the right side. He'll pick up a couple yards, fight his way out near the 40-yard line, actually pick up 7 yards. Thought he was going to go down, but J.J. Fonda with the carry will be just short of a first down. We'll call it 2nd and 2, maybe 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I tell you what, he dropped his shoulder, and wow, he plowed somebody over and carried him about an extra 3-4 yards. But this is what they need to do. They need to attack that outside a little bit, maybe loosen them linebackers up from blitzing inside, and then they can attack again inside.
So ball marked at the 40-yard line, 2nd and 3, 11:18 left here, third quarter. Poland 35, East 6. I formation now, Zipolitis under center. On the fullback. Excuse me, that's Kamara at quarterback. He'll hand off to Chase Jones. Jones outside with the first down, make it past midfield, and knocked out of bounds near the 48-yard line. Vito Kamara gets some time at quarterback now. Last year, he and David Zipolitis alternated at quarterback. And last week, Vito Kamara mostly at the wide receiver and defensive backs position, but we know he's very capable at the quarterback position.
Oh, absolutely. You know, he's just one of those athletes that you put him somewhere, he's going to produce, and that's good. East right now, again, the adjustment was made. I said they need to attack off tackle and outside, and that's the 2 plays, and they have moved the sticks.
Shotgun formation. Kamara with one running back to each side. He'll give it to Pano Zipolitis. Pano, I think, initially ran into his own man. He's going to be wrapped up by a host of East High Golden Bears. They'll mark him back down at the 49-yard line. So you'll give him credit for getting back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about as far as you'll get.
Yeah. Again, they test the waters inside, keep them on their toes, but outside, they've been attacking the outside in this drive, and they're just going right down the field. So
2nd and 12 now. Actually, I'm going to say he lost 2 yards on that. So 2nd and 12. 9:56 here. We were actually 1 point away from going to a continuous clock. As Kamara now in the shotgun. Twin receivers, 2x2. Running back to his left, man in motion. That'll be Fonda. Kamara stepping up through there. Ducked one tackle, but He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage again and bring up third down now for the Bulldogs.
Well, he tacked inside a little bit, but they're waiting for him. We got to get a little bit better blocking now. East is like they've been doing all game. They pin their ears off and go, but unfortunately, we got to find the holes and get around them.
Yeah, East not falling for all the motion in the backfield, went right to the ball, as they will continue to mark the ball at the 49-yard line on the negative side of the field. 3rd and 12 now, 9 minutes left here, third quarter.
Well, we knew they were going to have good athleticism, and they just got to be a little bit more disciplined. That's all.
Kelly Mimo now the single receiver to the far side. He'll be joined by Chase Jones. Single receiver to the near side. Kamara rolling out towards the Poland sideline. Fires on the run. Ball complete at the 39-yard line. Great catch by Kelly Mimo, the 5'11", 175-pound senior.
And they're giving him a first down.
Certainly will be. It'll mark it at the East 39-yard line with 8:38 left here, third quarter. 35-6 is your score.
Just rolled out and made sure that Nemo was beyond the sticks. Perfect throw right in there.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the East 39-yard line. 8:38 left here, third frame. Well in control, 35-6. Handoff straight up the middle out of the shotgun.
Boy.
Chase Jones there. The ball looked like it was bouncing around a little bit. Jones is in a little trouble tonight with the ball security. However, he'll hold on to this and make his way down to the 38-yard line. Pick up of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for Poland.
I'll tell you what, if he wouldn't have bobbled that ball and hit that hole solid without hesitating, he was off to the races because there was nobody in the next level. They dumped everybody, and this is the problem. He dumps it all. You get past behind them linebackers, and it's smooth sailing from there.
I'll bring this play in from the sideline. Polo moving right to left on your devices. So available on the Live 365 app, 600WRQX.com, easy for me to say.
I was going to say.
Again, that hard drive. Delomo will be the single receiver to the near side now. I formation. Mara under center. He'll hand this one off to the tailback. That'll be Chase Jones, making it to the 35-yard line. He'll drive his legs. May give him the 34-yard line. Pick up a 4. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for Poland.
I'll take that all day, Jim. I'll take 4 yards on a run.
If you get 3 of those, Coach, that's 12 yards. That's a first down.
That's a first down.
All right. Even by Craven math, that's still a first down.
That's that Wilson education.
That's right. Proud. Red Pride, as we used to call it.
That's it. There you go. City Series, baby. That's what I say. It was the best in the land.
So hard to believe that there was 5 and 6 high schools at the time. Now we will be down to 1. So they will be the Youngstown Defenders making their debut next season. Looking forward to that. Great logo there. As they'll go back into the shotgun. 1 running back to each side of Kamara. Kamara rolling out to the near side. He'll throw off the right side. And it'll be incomplete pass intended for Delomo. I'll tell you, East had a shot at that. Elijah Meredith was right there. Went through his hands. I think Meredith knew that too. Probably look back at this film and wish he had that one, but it's going to bring up 4th and 5 now for Poland. But they are at that point, Coach. They're going to go for it here. 34-yard line. 6:45 left here, third quarter. And for Poland, strategically talking, you get to a running clock. Maybe you get out a little healthier, a little less injuries, move on to week 3.
Okay.
All right, 4th and 5. Shotgun formation. Kamara, 1 running back to each side. Back to pass. Fires down the sideline, and it's going to be overthrown out of bounds. Pass was intended for Kelly Mimo, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. East will take over with 6:38 left here, third quarter. However, the Golden Bears trail 35-6.
Yeah, they're just, I don't know what that would have went for the first down. They're just going too deep. Because they thought that they could get a one-on-one, but now they got to buckle down here.
Oh, really? When you're up 29 points, you can take a shot like that. Not a whole lot to lose. As the Poland defense will make its way back out. Things seem to have calmed down a little bit on the east sideline.
Yeah, well, they got to be careful because, we see a lot of arguing with the officials, and we know that they'll put up with it so long, and then if you continue to do it, it's not going to be healthy for you.
Watch that Ed McElroy guy. Absolutely one of my favorite people on the planet. So good to see him. As now East now will go empty backfield. They'll go 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. They'll go with a tight end, send a man in motion from left to right. Irving now working off the right side, past the 40. He'll dodge a couple tackles and be brought down. Yard line. Pickup of 9. It's going to be 2nd and 1 now for East.
That was good. That was a good run.
And make no mistake, Jaden Irving, an outstanding athlete. Does a great job in offense, but again, he's probably frustrated with those penalties.
Oh, there's no doubt. No doubt.
Big win for them last week. They beat Whetstone 42-7, and big explosive plays for East. Poland has, for the most part, been able to keep them in check in terms of the big plays.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. Just keep that clock running as much as possible.
Humphrey will be the he will be the outside receiver to the far side. He'll be joined by list 1, Casey Jones. Single receiver to the near side. Poland will adjust. Wing to the left. Irving taking the ball himself out to the left side. Room to run. And he'll make it out near midfield. I believe that's where they're going to mark it, right at the midfield stripe. 1st and 10 now for East. 5:37 left here in the game, and they will continue to run the clock here as 6 gets set.
Yeah, I think they're just going to keep it rolling here.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears. Irving will come to the sideline for the play. Lots of football coming up this weekend. We didn't get a chance to talk about the Cleveland Browns that have, Coach. A lot of I don't know if it's oddities in Cleveland, but it's, or as we call it,
it's normal in Cleveland.
That's our normal. But Kenny Pickett traded to the Raiders.
I thought that was going to happen, though. I think that
almost predictable.
Well, because his injuries, and then that was it.
Twin receivers to the near side. They'll go wing to the right, single receiver to the far side. Flag on the play already. It's going to be a dead ball foul.
Okay.
And another thing the coaches will be very frustrated with, because in each of these end zones, Coach, is a play clock. And they will tell you.
I don't understand that. And they're big. They're probably, if you walked right up to it, you're probably at least 4 feet tall. So not like you can't see them, and there's one on each side.
I can see them with my beagle eyes. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the East 45-yard line now. Irving now will go into shotgun. Send a man in motion from left to right. Handoff on the jet sweep. He's going to go backwards and held up in the backfield and brought down for a loss on the play. Trying to get a number on that. Gavin Seaford coming in and blowing up that play in the backfield, Coach. And it was Tyrus Davis on the handoff on the jet sweep, but it looked like he turned around and tried to go the other way.
Yeah, well, what happened was there was penetration on the left side of the defensive line as he was coming towards us, and he said, "Oh no," and tried to spin out, but then by then the backside was scraping over, and he had nowhere to go.
Ball now at the East 40-yard line. Again, the Golden Bears going in the wrong direction. 2nd and 22 for East. 35-6 is your score. Poland with the lead. 3 receivers to the near side this time. Single receiver to the far side. That'll be Tyrus Davis. And back to pass. Fires out to the flats, and that's going to be incomplete. Irving was looking for Mika West. Threw that one into the turf.
Yeah, he just fortunately, he was running this way, and he threw back on him, and the receiver was trying to lean back into the field, and he lost his footing and couldn't react.
3rd and 20 now for East at their own 40-yard line. They will have to get to the Poland 40-yard line to get a first down as the temperature starts to drop here a little. Maybe the first chill we felt this year.
Considering we've been sweating to death in the booth.
I don't like it.
And it's hot.
Irving, 3-step drop, shoulder fake, rolling out to the near side, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to spin out of one tackle and be brought down back at the 40-yard line. Slipped a tackle, Zippolita, and that was followed up by Seifert.
We got a man down, Jim.
We have an East player down here. 3:20 left here, 3rd quarter. While we have a moment, we'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the Valley. And in the 3rd quarter, last we heard, no changeover on Western Reserve Radio 2, Sports Radio 1240. 41-3 is the lead or Austintown over Massillon Jackson. Right now, Uniontown Lake still with a 28-14 lead over Boardman. Springfield still leads Brookfield 13-0. Canfield still in a close one, 21-14 over Walnut Ridge. Champions at the last count, that has not been updated since the second quarter. They lead Cardinal 7-0. Cheney at the half was leading Struthers 14-6. East Canton over Wellsville 35-0. East Palestine still with a 14-0 lead over Wyndham. Girard 63, Lakeside 6. Geneva still with a 56-7 lead over Howland. High Valley 22, LaBrie 12. Crestview with a 28-7 lead over Lakeview. Antonia trails Matthews 14-12. That a close one over there. The Antonia Bears looking for their second win in a row. Liberty leads Niles 14-0. A lot of great things. I thought Liberty looked really good. Of course, they get the blowout win against Camel, and they were looking to see if that was going to continue. Niles they were in a close game last week with Howland. They lose that one 10-8. However, Liberty now with a 14-0 lead over Niles. And I think it's, Coach, really about week 3 or 4 when you really kind of figure out what these teams are.
Yeah.
And right now, Liberty looks like they are much improved.
Well, they're much improved, but again, Niles has been down. So, it's hard to judge. Camel's down, but that's not taking anything away from Liberty. Liberty is putting it all together. Again, I'm not downplaying it, but, they got to get some better competition, and we'll see how they do. That's all.
So 4th and 20 for East. They're going to punt this one away. Jaden Irving back. Kick this one away. High snap, but he's going to bring it down. He'll get this one away. Looked like the Poland got a piece of it. It's going to roll on the ground into Poland territory and be down near the 43-yard line. So an awkward punt that would look like it might have been partially blocked. Makes it across the 50, down near the 43 with 2:55 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it looked like it come off the side of his foot. I'm not sure that anybody got it, but I think the pressure caused him to hurry it, and therefore he didn't get a good punt off.
Poland, they will actually mark this at the 44. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 2:55 left here, third frame. Bulldogs well in control, 35-6. The pace of the game is kind of slowed down here. Zipolitas now will line up as a wing to the left. The tight end to the left as well. Kamara under center. Reach out, hand this one off to Nick Natoli, but it's easily brought down in the backfield. I believe that's going to be Dion Perry on the tackle.
Yeah, it's just, again, they're sinking everybody, so they have got to either play action or have him roll out deep and hit somebody on an out. That's just my opinion. I think that's what they need to do because you're going nothing inside. You've got to get that pocket moved over to the right or the left.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 now for East for Poland at their own 42-yard line. Clock will continue to run here. 2:15 left. Third quarter I formation. Now Kamara under center. Single receiver to each side. Little confusion in the backfield. It's going to be blown up as Pano Zipolita will be hemmed up by a host of East Golden Bears. Bring up third down now for Poland. And not sure if Kamara turned the wrong way or if the running back went the wrong way.
I got news for you. That wasn't going anywhere regardless because by the time he turned, there was, I'd say, at least 3 gold helmets sitting in the backfield. He has got to do something where he's got to sprint out or do something like that because you're not going to run on this on the inside. It's not happening, and you're running through the A-gaps.
J.J. Fonda and Chase Jones checking in for Poland. 1:31 left here. Having some fun up here in the press box. It's been a rough week, so we need to laugh a little.
You got that.
Twin receivers 2x2. Kellen Mew will be the outside receiver to the far side. Kamara back to pass. Fires out towards the sideline, and incomplete, be thrown out of bounds. Pass intended for Anthony Delomo, 6'3" receiver, and maybe he's looking for a little flag. He said, "Can you give me a little something?" The official said, "No."
Yeah. It looked like he was on his back, but that's, you know what? That's how it goes.
So 4th down here. All with the 29-point lead does not put the clock into a running clock. But when you have something like this, and Kamara hasn't played some quarterback in a little while, great opportunity to get some people some work because, after 10 games, you're gonna be bumped up a little bit.
Oh, well, that's just normal when you play football. mean, no, I don't care who you are. You know, you could talk to anybody, and you get banged up. That's just how it is.
We talked several times last year about the development of young players in situations like this. Really has worked for Poland as Kamara will punt this one away. It's going to be a line drive. Bouncing near the 30-yard line, picked up by East. They'll bring it up the far side, out to the 30. Ball going to be fumbled into the Poland sideline, so no worse for the wear. Tyrus Davis on the return for East. But the East High Golden Bears will take over. See where they're going to mark it. The ball rolled forward on into the Poland sideline. See if we can get a final mark here.
I think they're going the 40.
Trying to get a football in, Coach.
43? It's been that scenario.
Actually, they're going to mark it back at the 37. Okay, I thought he made it a little bit further, but I'd be wrong about that.
37.
Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, it is a final. The Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Fitch gets the 41-3 win over Massillon Jackson.
United is in the fourth quarter beating the Rams 21-3.
Low snap picked up by the running back, Cam Hackstead, rolling in there with Pano to Zippolita to make the tackle in the back. Excuse me, that's not going to be Pano. That is going to be Cooper and Keeley's 13, not 43. They blew that play up in the backfield. Jaden Irving couldn't pick up the low snap. Seen several of those tonight, and those low snaps really will throw the timing of the play off.
Oh, absolutely. We see that all the time. High snaps, low snaps. It throws that half a second off, and
we have a flag on the play. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike call, and I'm going to assume this is against East. I believe, did he say number 50 or number 15?
I thought he said 50.
Yeah, I did too, but I don't know if I see a 50 out there. That'd be Draylon Tubbs.
Yeah. There's a 50 out there.
Okay, so
there
Tubbs
is a 50.
Will be assessed. The unsportsmanlike may have said something that the officials didn't like. With 33 seconds left here, third quarter, they'll mark the ball at the 19-yard line. They will have to get to their own 47-yard line for a first. And we're going to get a whistle. East is going to take a timeout. 30 seconds left here, third quarter. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
30 seconds left here, third quarter. Polo with the 35-6 lead. Second and 28 now at the 19-yard line. East will have to get to the 47-yard line for a first down. Jaden Irving under center this time. Offset I formation. Play action going to roll out to the far side. Trying to plant his feet. Fires into the sideline. That was going to be caught at the 34, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Tyree Humphrey. Couldn't hold on to it as he went into the Poland sideline.
Yep. Which good. Actually, he had it, but I think the hit came in jarred it loose. So,
third and 28 now for East.
You know what? I was just thinking of something. We've done every kind of sport. How are you at weenie races? Calling a weenie race?
I don't know. How long do they last? How long will one race last?
I think they said it's 60 feet. So what's 60 feet? 20 yards?
So would you call that like a horse race?
Absolutely.
I don't know if I've got that ability.
You just have to be really quick. You're good at lacrosse and hockey, so.
I don't know if I'm that quick. Humphrey, the receiver to the far side. Back to pass. Fires downfield. And it's going to be almost intercepted. J.J. Fonda had a shot at picking off Jaden Irving. The ball kind of just floated in the air, and Fonda could not bring it in. So that will bring up fourth down now for East. And it looks like they will punt this one away from their own 19-yard line.
Well, I think Mr. Fonda saw a goal line because he should have had that. He had it on the dead run. And I just believe that he took his eyes off of it for that second.
Well, I would say it's because he's a defensive back, but he's also a receiver. So,
yeah, as a DB, you got to have good hands too. So I don't want to hear that.
All right. Jaden Irving back to punt this one away. He'll post up right around his own 6-yard line. Vito Camaro will post up right around his own 45-yard line. Good snap. Irving, though, with a line drive. Picked up by Natoli at the 48-yard line. Has some room to the far side. He'll slip one tackle and make his way down near the 31. And that's where Poland will take over 1st and 10 with 4 seconds left here, third quarter. Of course, coming up, our favorite fourth quarter in the Valley. We'll talk about that coming up.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
I will tell you on air, and I don't know if you're going to be happy about this. Dave went there tonight for dinner. I'll tell you the where in the fourth quarter.
What do you mean he went there to dinner?
We'll have to talk about it in the fourth quarter. That's called a cliffhanger, Coach. That's a tease.
Is in trouble with me because he knows
you're going to be even more
want.
angry when you find out what he got.
Oh, I already know.
All right, Purins will be the wing to the left, single receiver to each side. Kamara with the handoff, pulling upfield, past the 25, down near the 24-yard line as we come to the end of the third quarter here in Poland. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Poland with a 35-6 lead. We'll step aside for a timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600. We're back on the other side.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We'll flip sides of the field. 2nd and 3 from the 24-yard line here. Fourth quarter, and it's everybody's favorite fourth quarter. It's the Lena's Pierogi House. Fourth quarter here in the Valley. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors. For dine-in or carry-out, call Lena's at 234-254-8532.
And they got the best chicken paprikas you ever ate in your life.
You can confirm that with Dave Ferris tonight.
Oh, wait till I get to that shop. I'm telling you right now.
Natoli now at quarterback for Poland. Ball on the ground. He tried to hand it off to Dorenzo, and he'll just have to cover this one up. They'll lose a few yards on the play as we start to move pieces around here on the Poland offense. They will mark it at the 26-yard line, 2-yard loss, so 2nd and 12 now for Poland. Nick Natoli will get some time at quarterback. Renzo supposed to be the recipient of the handoff, but just didn't quite come together.
Nope.
Natoli now bringing in the play from the sideline. 11:20 here in the fourth quarter. Lena's Pierogi House, fourth quarter. Lomo, the outside receiver to the twin side on the left. Emo to the right. Natoli taking it himself off the left side. He'll work his way all the way down near the 10-yard line. Got taken down unceremoniously by the head, I believe. It came to an abrupt stop on the far side of the field. Poland in the red zone. We'll see where they're going to mark this one at. The officials will continue to run this clock. They'll mark it actually at the 10-yard line. So we'll call it 1st and goal from the 10 for Poland. 10:50 left here, fourth quarter. Lena's Pierogi House, fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Dave wants to, chime in. He could tell us how it was tonight.
Go ahead, rub it in.
It's all right.
First, I don't like you.
The best way to know is to try it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Totally under center. Single receiver to each side. I'll hand it off this time to Dorenzo. Dorenzo taking a shot. Wow. Was running kind of high, and he was brought down by Traylon Tubbs.
Well, if you look on the field right now, Dorenzo looks like one of the smallest guys out there, and he hit a very big lineman, and he just got force-fed a little bit of leather there.
Like running into a brick wall.
You ain't a kidding.
Clock will continue to run with just under 10 minutes to play here, fourth quarter.
That had to hurt.
Thankfully, I was up here, I didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Shotgun formation for Natoli. Dorenzo to his left. And this one off Dorenzo. Off the left side, heading towards the end zone. Touchdown, Poland. 10-yard touchdown run for Dorenzo. Poland increases their lead to 41-6, coach, and we are headed to a running clock.
Absolutely.
That coming 9:09 of the fourth quarter.
The Garage Mahal got it this time. I tell you what, he got some boomers out there.
I think he has upgraded this year.
I believe he has.
So much appreciated on that aspect.
Yeah, one of these days we're going to have to walk over there.
Snap is back. Kick is up. Karamusa, extra point is good. 8:43 left here in the fourth quarter. Poland takes a 42-6 lead. We're going to step aside for a break. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back on the other side.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
7:45 left here, fourth quarter. Poland with a 42-6 lead on what is now a continuous clock, and little off-air conversation between the coach and Dave Ferris because I don't know. Dave what did he have tonight? What was it again?
Chicken paprikash, and he knows that's my favorite there. And what did he do?
I was going to say, what did Dave Ferris not bring you?
Yes, he did not bring me, and he knows I like it.
And I believe he did say it was really good.
And he said it was really good. And it's got a little bit of heat in it. I don't know if it's the paprikash that they put in there, but boy, hers is so good.
Dave is merciless.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
I'm telling you. That guy. Aiden Baranches to kick this one off. We try to round this one out here in week 2. Picked up at the 5-yard line. East will bring this one back to the 15, 20. A little bit of room to run on the outside. Cut back to the inside. Brought down. Ball loose on the ground. Picked up by East again. And this time brought out to the 35-yard line. That's Twan Casey Jones on the save. Picks it up. Actually picks up a few extra yards. East will have the ball first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Clock will stop for the change of possession with 6:48 left.
Okay. Well, that's all right.
Oh, you didn't believe me?
Well, I just think you got to run it anyway. What's the difference?
I don't know. It sounded like you didn't believe me for a moment.
Oh, I believe you. I'm sitting here looking at it. I'll tell you what. Poland put a beautiful scoreboard up. They upgraded. It looks real nice.
They sure did.
It's very vivid colors, and it's just great.
Digital screen up there, some video.
Mm-hmm.
Many sponsors here, supporters of Poland football. Now we'll have Irving in the shotgun, one running back to his left, twin receivers to each side. Pressure being shown by Poland. Irving trying to find some room to run. He'll break contain, get it out to midfield, into Poland territory, and brought down at the 44-yard line.
Just inside the 40.
That's going to be Pete Zumas and Brody Gensler on the tackle. Not Gessler, Gensler.
Yeah, I know. I had that. Take a look at that thing one time there. It just didn't, no relation. Got the N in there.
Gensler, the 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. Zumas, the 6', 190-pound sophomore. Be Irving back in a shotgun. Low snap, picks it up, throws it out to the left, and couldn't connect with Mika West. Ball head into the east sideline. Clock will continue to run with 5:40 left here in the game.
Yeah, East just trying to score to make it, they're just trying to get their players running plays, look a little sharp here. They know they're out of it, but look sharp.
So Irving now in the shotgun again, running back to his left. We'll stay in the 2-by-2 set. Back to pass, looking out to his left, fires over the middle. That pass beautifully thrown, but dropped at the 26-yard line. Pass was intended for Tyree Humphrey.
Well, I've watched Humphrey. He's dropped a few balls that he really should have caught. He could have caught that one on the dead run, and he's dropped a few.
Had the one in the second quarter right down the middle of the field, had all the secondary beat, but couldn't bring it in.
That would have been at least a 50, 55-yard pass play. Dropped it. And it was right there, too, Jim.
Couldn't have thrown it more beautifully.
Oh, it was right in the basket.
Jaden Irving really showing some arm strength here. He'll go back to the same formation, 3rd and 10 from the Poland 46, 3-step drop. Irving fires down the middle of the field. Contact down there, and it's going to be overthrown. Pass was intended for Tyrus Davis, but I believe it was going to be Nick Natoli on the coverage, too. Natoli had a step on him, kind of just slowed down, and Davis ran into his back.
Yeah, it did. Natoli was the only one that could have caught that ball where it was thrown. So
4th and 10 now for East. Ball's at the 45-yard line. Thought it should be the 46, but
that's all right.
On 4th down, doesn't really matter. We'll have to get to the 45. Just to be 35 for a first down. Low snap again. Irving going to pick it up. Step up in the pocket. Plenty of time. Now under pressure. Being chased down from behind and knocked out of bounds on the Poland sideline near the 43. As the clock will continue to run with 3:45 left here, we'll have a turnover on downs. Poland will take over 1st and 10. By the time we get our next snap, it'll be about 3 minutes left here in the game.
Yeah, it's going pretty quick now. They had the running clock, so it should be won't take much now.
Mark the ball at the 44. Poland will get some young players in here, get some experience. And we found out in the playoffs and towards the end of the season how important that was to get those young players some varsity experience. And we see guys like Maddox Purins, who we know is going to be a big part of this offense, getting in there. They don't use him all the time, but he's getting some significant playing time. And I think Coach Pavlansky does a great job in developing these young players.
Absolutely, and that's what you got to do. Well, when you're winning this badly or losing this badly, whatever, that's time to throw some of your players in there and see what they got.
Sean Madison making his way onto the field for East. The 5'8", 355-pound defensive lineman. Good luck blocking him. Shotgun formation, running back to each side. And off the left side, and they'll make it out to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 1. Trying to see who the carrier was on that. I believe that's going to be Ethan Smith.
Yeah.
5'7", 165-pound junior. Thank you, Thomas John. Right on cue when I was looking for that name. East will have a player down here. We'll have 2:25 left here in the game. We'll here take another look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. We start to round out week 2 here on Friday night. Some finals coming in here. Of course, Austintown Fitch gets the 41-3 win over Massillon Jackson. That game heard on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means, Dave Clark. Uniontown Lake, they finished the job. They get the 48-20 win over Boardman. Beaver Local still leads Brook, West Virginia 20-0. Springfield extended their lead to 20-0 over Brookfield. Canfield leading Walnut Ridge 28-20. That game not over yet. Champion 42, Cardinal nothing. Cheney, coach, with the 27-12 win over the Struthers Wildcats.
Struthers they're gonna have a tough year, I believe.
Lost 22 seniors last year.
Yeah, that was a lot. We saw it, and that is where the problem was.
Yep. East Palestine 49, Wyndham nothing. Girard, it's a final. They get the win over Lakeside, 63-18. Geneva still with a 56-7 lead over Howland. I'm sure we're not updated on that one. That one having to be coming to an end there. Crestview gets the 35-7 win over Lakeview. Liberty, it's a final, 35-0 over Niles. Fairport Harbor knocks off Lisbon, 49-6. Toronto defeats Lowville, 34-6. McDonald with a 41-7 win over Columbiana as we hit under 2 minutes here. 20 seconds left on the play clock. Poland really not rushing to get to the line here. United with a 27-9 lead over Mineral Ridge. Jackson Milton leads Newton Falls 20-0. South Range with a 42-14 lead over Salem. So second and 11 now, ball at the 45. Handoff off the right side, and penned up in the backfield, nowhere to go. Lorenzo will be brought down in the backfield. Under 90 seconds to play here in week 2. Camel Coach with a 14-6 win over St. John. They rebound after the Liberty loss. Ursuline in the third quarter has a 34-7 lead over Bishop Hartley. I was talking to Ryan Bonacci earlier. He was a little concerned about Bishop Hartley, so they're a tough team. But Ursuline cruising to a win. Of course, and what I considered an impressive win, Coach. Maybe not an upset, but Ursuline knocks off Steubenville last week in Steubenville.
Yeah, but it's hard to judge teams. You know that year after year Steubenville's in it, but I think Steubenville's been on a slide lately. Not take anything away from Ursuline. Don't get me wrong with that, but I just don't think they're getting the numbers down there.
West Branch 21, New Philadelphia 13 is low snap here. We're going to get a whistle and a flag on the play, a false start. Coming up against Poland, that formation didn't look quite right, Coach.
No,
some of the young guys in there. We have just under 30 seconds to play here in week 2. Poland 42, East 6. And I saved the best for last for Dave Ferris. Hubbard in the fourth quarter leads Wilmington 28-21 over on the Pennsylvania side. So hopefully we can give Dave's alma mater a little bit of love here at the end as both teams are going to head to the sideline. 5 seconds left in this game, and Poland will move to 2-0 on the year as the handshake start. They get the 42-6 win over the East High Golden Bears. We'll step aside for our first break. When we come back, we'll get you a scoring recap. Good pregame show, post-game show going here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. The Patriot will be back on the other side of this break.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Post-game show here as we wrap up week 2 of the Ohio high school football season. And the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. Poland gets a 42-6 win over East. Take a look at how we got there. It would start in the first quarter with 9:04 left. It would be Angelo Angelilli into the end zone on a 1-yard run that would give Poland the 7-0 lead. East would answer back with 6:28 left in the first quarter, and what was a crazy play, initially an interception by Poland. However, it would be East sticking with the play. They get the fumble recovery. Tyrus Davis would take it back 30 yards into the end zone. They would not convert on the 2-point conversion. It would make 7-6 in favor of Poland. Second quarter action, 10:24 left. Pano Zipolidis on a 2-yard run would increase the Poland lead. They would get the extra point. And then at 9:58 of the second quarter, it would be David Zipolita on a 38-yard touchdown pass to his brother, Pano Zipolita. They would increase the Poland lead as well. Second quarter, it would also be David Zipolita at 6:25 that would take the ball 12 yards into the end zone, and he would follow that up in the second quarter with 1:18 left on a 10-yard run into the end zone. Another great night for David Zipolitas. Scoring would be rounded out at 9:09 left in the fourth quarter with Lorenzo heading into the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown run. It would go into a running clock, and that would give us our final. Poland gets the 42-6 win over East. And if my math is correct, once again, it would be David Zipolidis with 2 touchdowns on the ground, 1 through the air, compared to his 4 touchdowns last week on the ground and 1 through the air. And another impressive performance by the sophomore quarterback, surrounded by a very talented cast.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Poland had it all clicking. So, again, I think Coach Pav's not going to be happy over some of the stuff. And I just feel that they just got to get it done and do a better job, because they cannot have the penalties that they have had. So I just he's got to tighten it up, because it's only going to get better for them. So
for the Poland Bulldogs, you talk about Coach Pavlansky on this. You see the amount of talent here and the skill for the Poland Bulldogs, and really a lot of excitement around this roster. So again, the frustration to have those things go wrong, but plenty of time here left in here. Week 3 coming up.
Yeah.
So again, you want to peak at the right time. You want to get better. But some of the things that we've seen here, I know is going to frustrate him. Number one, missed tackles, penalties. And of course, the dead ball fouls, a couple of unsportsmanlike things like that were potentially could be called not indicative of a Tom Pavlansky team, but nonetheless, things that could be cleaned up here. And this is going to be a very formidable team going late into the season, and I will even say it in advance into the playoffs.
Yeah, I believe that if they kick it up and they clean it up and limit their mistakes and play good, because really up and down the field they did a great job. I think that they made the adjustments at halftime. They had to keep them honest by running up the middle, but outstanding job by Poland, and no East is no slouch. The East, if they can put it all together and they can play as a team just a little bit more, and again, be disciplined, that's a good football team. I'll tell you what, that's they got some kids there that could play.
And we've seen a lot of good things out of them. Poland heads to 2-0. East 1-1 now. Dave's going to send us to one more break, Coach. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up with one more round of the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. We will get you ready for week 3 here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be back on the other side of this break.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Postgame continues here as we wrap up week 2 of the Ohio High School football season. Take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update one more time here as we have more finals coming in from around the Valley. Of course, over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, Fitch gets the 41-3 win over Massillon Jackson. Uniontown Lake 48, Boardman 20. Last reported third quarter, Beaver Local led Brook, West Virginia 20-0. Springfield, they get the win. They bounce back this week. They're 1-1. They get the 20-7 win over Brookfield. Canfield, they finish it off. They get the 35-20 win over Walnut Ridge. They start 2-0 as well. Over at PA, a great game over there in the fourth quarter. Cathedral Prep leading Sharon 37-34. Champion shuts out Cardinal 42-0. That last report in the fourth quarter. Cheney 27, Struthers 12. Makes the coach happy tonight. East Canton with a 37-0 win over Wellsville. Indian Creek 23, East Liverpool 0. East Palestine shuts out Windham 49-0. Last night, Garfield, the G-Men, they get the 36-14 win over Warren JFK. I was thinking of Dave on that one. Girard, they finish off Lakeside 63-18. Geneva, I believe this is going to be a final, but we have to get some confirmation. Geneva gets the 56-7 win over Howland. And Pie Valley still leading LeBray at last count 22-18. Crestview gets the win over Lakeview 35-7. And in the fourth quarter, Matthew still leads Latonia. It is 28-25. Liberty with a 35-0 lead over Niles. Fairport Harbor 49-6 over Lisbon. Toronto knocks off Lowville 34-6. McDonald 41, Columbiana 7. United, they get the win over Mineral Ridge tonight, 27-9. Jackson Milton shuts out Newton Falls, 20-0. Believe that is a final as well. South Range, they bounce back after a week 1 loss. They get the 48-21 win over Salem. Salem starts 0-2. Shadyside, 36. Southern, 22. Camel, they bounce back after the loss to Liberty. They get the win over St. John, 14-6. Ursuline leading Bishop Hartley 34-7. And for West Branch, they are still in the lead in the fourth quarter. They are up 21-13, actually. And Dave Ferris, Mark Means, going to be happy tonight as well. Hubbard leads Wilmington 28-21. That in the fourth quarter, not sure if that would be a final as well. Next week coming up here, Poland. We'll get ready to take on Mogador Field. Of course, we'll be back here at Pavlansky Field. 6:30 airtime, or excuse me, 6:35 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. on Western Reserve Radio and Sports Radio, or excuse me, we'll try it again. WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. And you know what? And I was right on that, because next week we will also be on Sports Radio 1240.
Yes.
Our own Mark Means will be heading up there to New York with the Grove City Wolverines. So he will be, we'll say, on assignment next week here. Of course, we always encourage you to tune into that great program. Love those guys over there. They do everything just about the right way. So for Poland, they start off 2-0, coach here. Got Field coming in next week. And, and I think we look at a lot of the little things maybe you as a coach do here, but overall, a very talented team. A lot of expectations, a lot of excitement about this team. So far, they have shown why. And on both sides of the ball, you've had those people that we expected to stand out. They are doing their job.
Right.
And then we're seeing the development of the younger players. With that, Coach Pavlansky would have to be happy.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to be happy about that. But it's the little things that drive coaches crazy. So it's just going to be those little mistakes. I think if he cleans all those up and keeps it clean, I mean, they can make a good run with this football team. But they have got to clean up these mistakes, because, man, when you start playing some of these schools, and he just gave them a battle there for a while. I mean, they were up and down the field, but, of course, they dominated them after a while. But they just, I think they can make a run at it. I think that they'll do well in the season. But, they've got to take their time. They can't rush things, and they got to do what they can do to just keep getting better week after week.
It's all about the details, Coach.
Yes, sir.
So we will wrap up week 2 here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. Again, want to thank everybody who was involved here for East, for Poland, especially Athletic Director Brian Banfield, for having us up here, taking great care of us up here in the press box. And certainly we will look forward to being back here next week. Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. So for Dave Ferris back in the Gessler Propane Studio, for the coach, Bob Gessler, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us again this week, and we look forward to having you back next week, 6:35, right here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
/GBank. All right, just because you might need to hear it twice, here's Danny Cannell talking about his prediction for the Cleveland Browns.
What is the expectation now that the Browns have? How many games are we looking at?